Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Black Waves. I'm going to be your DMGM storyteller, whichever you would like to call me, Forgotten Dreams, and I am joined by a cast of lovely characters. Starting from the top, we have Cybermama, who is playing...
I am playing Sasha Oak River, who is a swashbuckling rogue, and she's a failing.
She is going to be muting her mic quite often for the beginning of the session because a dog is currently upset that someone is downstairs and it cannot nibble at their toes. But that's okay. Moving on. Next up, we have Ellen, who is playing...
I play Senna Thunderhall. She is a half-elf, mostly bard, little bit cleric.
Fantastic. And last but not least, we have Wade, who is playing...
I am playing Desh, the party's Kobold Ranger with my best buddy and ongoing war beast Smash.
Fantastic. All right. So, giving us a very brief recap of what happened last time on the Black Waves is going to be Ellen. Take it away.
Most of us didn't keep notes. My notes were like 3 lines long. So we went to one of the ships that landed in the city, found a bunch of creepy stuff. We took our report back to Father Andy. There was some awkward flirting. He gave us some good berries and some religious paraphernalia, and we decided that we're going to go and visit the dwarves.
Fantastic. And you all had set off for your adventure to go visit the dwarves, taking with you the relative position that you had seen on the maps that you handed over, the scrolls that you handed over to Cyphidius. You all set out into the woodlands to the northeast, I believe, in order to get to the northern mountains where the dwarves reside. All right. And at the end of last session, you guys had just finished making camp and were in the middle of doing your watches. I'm not going to make you roll for those. Nothing happens during the night. However, the next morning comes around, and you are free to do as you please. Take it away.
Desh is crack of dawn, very beginning to pack up his encampment, ready to hit the road as fast as possible.
Sasha is packing everything up, packing up the tents, and just after she finishes packing up, she says, "Hey, Senna, I had this really weird dream last night. I think my dreams all have to do with business, so can I borrow the stone? I think I need to speak to Cyphidius."
Sure.
Okay, I take the stone and... Hey, Cyphidius, you there?
No.
Oh, come on. Look, I had this really weird dream, and it's business ideas. I'm just going to run it past you. Are you listening?
All right, I'm listening.
Okay, so you know how we have an extreme overflux of dead bodies. A lot of these people no longer have family members, and I'm sure it's been hectic trying to get rid of all of them, right?
Why do I feel disturbed all of a sudden
right.
that you are contacting me about the fallen?
Just follow me with this. You know I produce silk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, unfortunately, one of my worms produces flesh-eating silk that turns it into eventually a goo, a digestive goo. Mm-hmm. I know I sent someone to talk to you about that earlier, right?
Yeah. The messenger did arrive and inform me. Are you suggesting we melt bodies?
Yes. And out of the melted bodies, we can make almost like a super goo that is a super fertilizer in order to help our crops, because a lot of our crops got hit.
Would not goo made of acid melt crops?
What?
The goo is
Hold on. I'm
is
thinking. You know what? Let me finish sorting out what dead bodies have relatives and what ones don't. And then if we have an overflow, I'll get back to you. Okay, but I'll keep it in mind.
the other idea was.
Oh God, there's another
I don't
idea.
know anyone from the Assassin's Guild, but
We don't have an Assassin's Guild.
well, I'm sure someone on this planet does. But if we have some sort of contact with Assassin's Guilds, assassins may not necessarily want to leave bodies behind. Maybe we can make a huge bag that is big enough to put a large body in, that we can make an opposite size
Can I stop you
bag of
here?
holding. Yeah.
You're suggesting to me that I make criminals' lives easier. A government official.
It was just a business idea.
I'm going to, due to the fact that we have had such a wonderful working relationship so far, pretend I didn't hear your criminal mastermind plan to sell dissolvent bags that get rid of bodies easily, and go back to my breakfast, which I was eating porridge, damn it.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
And
okay,
the connection
yes.
disconnects.
I hand back the stone. He just has no mind for business.
I did not get what you mean by business. It seemed like bad idea.
I chew on my rations as I am sitting atop my horse and stare at the sky and bemoan my possible loss of money.
Okay.
I do not see why this thing, but we must cover ground, not worry about melting bodies back where we come from.
Well, do you guys just eat rations? Does anyone decide to take some time out of the morning and make breakfast properly? What's the general plan?
I will prepare a nutritious and delicious gorp for us to eat as we ride, including some nuts and some dried fruits and some little bits of spicy jerky.
Okay. All right. Are you just going to use some of the jerky from some of the rations to then spice them up, or are you going to actually take fresh meat and then turn it into jerky with a spicy marinade?
I'm not going to make jerky just to put in the trail mix. I will use some from the rations, but
okay.
maybe another night I will set some meat out to smoke overnight.
Yeah.
And
I'm just saying, spicy venison jerky is pretty daggone good.
Yeah, but that defeats the purpose of a quick breakfast in the
That's
saddle.
true. It's true. So you go ahead and you take the time to go ahead and prepare this food and get everything ready. Meanwhile, we can see Desh in the background, getting all of the animals saddled and taken care of. And it's not too long after that you guys go ahead and pack up your tents and get ready to hit the road again. All right. So go ahead and give me a survival check for Desh. As he is leading the group.
Guidance.
Okay, with guidance. It's a D4?
4.
23.
Okay, 23. It's not too bad at all. All right. So, question. Do you want to stay on the pathways that take you around the initial mountain pass of the Tanu, or do you want to try and head onto the pathways that would take you over the mountains of the Tanu? In other words, do you want to go towards the desert and then cut from the desert towards the north, or do you want to try and skirt around the mountain range until finally you hit the northern mountain range?
So the two options. One is kind of the path we took originally over the mountains that are freezing and then down towards the Tanu, through the possible city, and then into the desert, or just a basically, which one is objectively a shorter route?
For that, to answer that question, I think I'm gonna need from you. Let's go for. You don't have navigation as proficiency, do you?
I don't have navigation tools now.
Okay. In that case, go ahead and make me. How about an insight check?
Actually, I'm half decent at insight. Nope.
You looked at the map, and you studied both the old and what is thought to be the current map of the land, and by your best guesses from where your city is and the time that you've traveled into the forest, you're roughly at an equal distance where it wouldn't really slow you down to go either way.
Okay, in that case, the path that's over the mountains Jitsunu, that's the one that's like cold, but we have heat suits now, so it shouldn't be too bad for us.
The path over the mountains, you have essentially two paths that you can take over the mountains. You can take the one that directly leads you to the Tanu city, and if you want to, just completely bypass the Tanu city by taking the dwarven road with the magical runes that you initially walked on. You also have the path that takes you to the village that's up in the mountains, and you did see that there were winding paths that led from the village in other directions from their village into further into the mountain range, even in the direction that you're looking to go. Or you could try and scout out a new path through the mountains.
Isn't the clouds over one of those paths?
The fog that permeated over the ocean for years is now residing in the mountains, yes.
Well, we have two options. Go towards city we went to originally when going north. That's the same village, right? My mental map is telling me that.
Your mental map tells you that you're talking about the city that had the black pool and then was a ruined city.
Like the one that was
afterwards.
like after that is the one I'm thinking of, I think.
With the racists, or the magicus, I should say. Is that the one you're thinking of?
Yeah, maybe. For all we know, I'm thinking north. We're just going straight northeast, so
Okay,
it might not be the same place.
clarification. Are you thinking towards the human kingdoms directly north, or are you thinking towards the village that where I offered you spicy intestines?
Spicy intestines. 'Cause I remember it was on that journey that we lost Garen to his madness, and then we came back halfway because dark, scary shadow guy, and my heart has moved anyway. So
yeah, spicy madness is one of the routes that you could take through the mountains, as that village that has several different pathways.
okay, we could travel to either the village we were at once that served spicy food to you all who stayed in inn. Did not like they didn't like magic, right?
No, they didn't have any issue with magic.
Okay, so it's not that place. The place that we stayed for a day or two with spicy food, or we take other path that we go to revisit the Tanu.
So we go whatever path the fog is not on.
I think it's over both paths.
Over both mountain paths, correct. It's encompassing the entire eastern mountain range.
Okay, let's go with friendly people.
I mean, objectively, they both were friendly.
No, one doesn't like magic, and I don't
No,
think
that
we
was a
should go
different
for that.
place.
The ones who don't like magic are the human kingdoms of the north. That's
Basically,
a different
both
pathway,
options-
not in the mountains.
Yeah, both options were objectively, they do not hate us, but I would also think it is similar distance both ways, but I do recall we make deals at home in service to Tanu maybe go by and see if that has bore fruit.
That's a good idea.
We got a number of contracts from the Tinu, and we did bring those in, redeem them, and haven't checked back in yet. So I guess unless Senna has another option, or she prefers going to spicing test in place or forging our own path.
I have no preference. I'll go along with whatever.
Okay, so I guess we're going to revisit the Tinu.
All right. So, you all begin making your way through the various pathways to get to the mountain range in the direction of the city of the Tanu. As you are going along, you notice that while the forest is inhabited with a number of smaller wildlife here and there, and occasional venison runs by, things like that, it's a lot quieter than you are used to. And creatures seem to be keeping a wider gait from your party as you travel along. Eventually, maybe about a good half a day's ride to actually get into the mountain path itself, you see a number of individuals, at this point just blurry humanoid figures off in the distance, walking along the roadway in your direction.
All right.
Okay. You continue on, and as you get closer, I'd like everybody to make perception checks.
So with my lizard eyes see not a whole lot.
All right. Sasha, the most detail you get as the party rounds a bend on the pathway that you're on, which cuts off sight from that group, is the individual at the head of the group is in a dark cloak and seems to have a little bit of an unnatural speed to it. And just as you kind of get that glimpse of information, you all lose sight of that group as there's a bend in the road that takes you through a thicker part of the forest before eventually that bend will come back to where you'll have a visual, but at that time they may be 30 feet from you.
Well, I don't know who they are, but they seem like they're moving a lot faster than they should be.
Is there a place that we could get off the road and basically hide as they go by?
There is. So while the forest itself is quite thick, here next to the roadway itself, the forest is kind of thinned out, and it plays out similarly where the trees have a decent amount of space. There's a couple of rocks that are not too far from you that you could possibly hide behind, and as a matter of fact, you come up near those rocks and you can see that there is a fork in the road, and they would definitely give you some cover, but unless you fully get off of the footpath, you're dealing with light forest on either side of the road.
I suggest we get off the footpath, we hide our mounts, tie them to trees, and we get up in the trees and scout out what's going on before we get hit by whatever that is coming, because that looked very unnatural.
Yeah, I mean, we've encountered enough weird stuff around that I am inclined to be cautious and not invite trouble. So that sounds good to me.
So that's what I start doing. I hide my horse and make sure that it can't be seen from the roadway, and I walk up a tree and hide myself.
What are the rest of you doing who can't walk up trees?
Cover some foliage, I suppose, and just doing my best to keep hidden.
I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. Where do Timo and Nash go?
Nash can find some brush. He's got a stealth modifier. See if he can't maybe dig himself down a little bit.
Sure,
Hide in the
absolutely.
bushes with me.
Will Timo fit behind the rock?
Well, here's the problem with Timo. Timo is gray. Everything else around you is vibrant green, occasionally a lighter shade of brown, but he stands out.
He can go behind a rock,
I
right?
can
There's no
use a level
rock that's like
3.
large enough to hide him.
I can use a level 3 spell slot to invisibility Timo as well.
Okay, fantastic. So that's what you end up doing. All right, everybody, go ahead and make me stealth checks.
I'm gonna go ahead and take out my my blade of lawful judgment in one hand, and my I'm gonna take out my my rapier in another. So stealth check.
Mm-hmm.
Should get a double stealth roll for me and Nash, I imagine.
Yep.
And let me double check to see if I've got advantage.
Well, Nash is better at hiding than me somehow, and he's twice my size. No, 3 times my size, because he's large and I'm small.
Do I get advantage from being invisible?
You would, yes. So you have a natural 20.
Do I have...
Do you have any items that tell you that you have advantage on stealth?
I think my cloak... Hold on. I think my cloak gives me advantage.
What kind of cloak is it?
It is an arachnid cloak.
Mm. I don't know.
I don't think I wrote that down. Cloak of Arachnia.
Okay. That's special. That's special.
Oh, and we've got on these rings.
Cloak of Arachnia does not give you advantage in stealth.
What are causes missing parts to regrow, return full? What? What is this? Wearing rings that allow us to regrow limbs?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What?
I clicked on my... What is this ring?
Let me go through your inventory. Let's see. Cloak of Arachnia. Let's see. Ring of return, or belt of returning. Sorry. Ring of anti-scrying. Boots of elven kind.
Yes, my boots give me advantage on stealth.
Okay, then. There we go. Fantastic.
There we go. It's the boots. It wasn't the cloak. It was the boots.
Fantastic.
I apologize. But I don't know what's going on with some ring that we've got on. Apparently, all 3 of us have on a ring.
What ring? You can't just say some ring. Tell me what the name of the ring is.
Oh, no. It's a ring of anti-scrying. It's not
that does not
grow back limbs. I don't know why I have this information on something that replaces health and...
What?
It's under my information of Cloak of Arachnid for some reason.
Hold on. Okay, let's see. Ring very what? Why is that underneath your cloak?
I
That's not
don't
what that cloak
know.
does. Fix
I
fix your descriptions,
Yeah,
young lady.
I think I must have copied and pasted the wrong information under my cloak.
Cloak of Arachnia simply gives you a natural climbing speed.
Right. I must have pasted the wrong information under my cloak. I must have
Fantastic.
pasted something for a ring. But the elven boots give me stealth advantage on stealth rolls. So because of that, I get the 22 instead of the 9.
Okay. So, what you all see passing is the following.
Oh, joy.
As you see along the road some cloaked individual that floats an inch off the ground and moves at roughly about 40 feet a turn, followed by some skeletal archers and also some armored skeleton warriors. And they are just casually marching down the roadway in the direction of your town.
Oh, towards our town. Okay, we might not be able to ignore this.
And as they're just getting past the fork in the road, when you get a good visual of them. So, you tell me if there's anything you'd like to discuss.
Do we have any concept of our ability to take on this group of foes?
I mean, we're fully rested, so...
Right, but that doesn't mean they're not all level 20 killers of us.
Level 20 killers of us.
I mean,
Big
Aaron's a
bad boom.
cruel bastard, but I don't think he's that cruel yet.
Oh no, he's that cruel. Big bada boom.
Where's this misconception that I am cruel coming from?
Just some of your actions, man. They paint an interesting picture at times.
I mean, our city is at a disadvantage right now. Even if we call them and let them know that this is coming, I don't know that they're in any position to
And that is why we should fight now.
defend
We are
themselves.
capable.
You can see at this point they've almost gone around the bend to walk out of you as they march.
All right.
along.
Want me to go do something?
I'm staying quiet. If you do something, it's going to put us in action.
Well, yeah, that's the point.
All right.
I'm invisible. I can probably get close enough to
Are you under greater invisibility?
know, but
No.
I mean, I can get closer,
It's true. You
Until
could get
I-
closer. Yeah.
do something. I got spells. That do
It's true.
stuff.
You got spells. You can still see them walking.
Are we going to attack these things, or are we going to let them go by?
I do not want them to attack the city when the city is already wounded.
Sasha?
Damn it.
Every day I wonder more and more why you became an adventurer. I have a plan to open for an opening move.
Me too. Which I can actually do from here without getting closer.
Can we coordinate strike?
I'm going to cast Hypnotic Pattern on as many as I can.
Okay, that kind of counterintuits my plan, but all right.
Well, what is your plan?
My plan was just open the battle with the spike growth. Maybe I go spike growth first, then you hypnotic pattern after.
Yeah.
So that way my damage won't undo any successful hypnotisms you get.
Go for it. I will be ready to cast just as you do. Just after the spikes.
All right,
roll.
so I guess to open up, because I was hitting it, so 20-foot radius, which I believe In theory, should be able to get all of them, like the entire column with a 20-foot radius. I should be able to get them all.
What is the range of casting spike growth? How far out
100,
can you cast it?
150 feet.
Okay, so they are within range as you're watching them march along. All right, let me go ahead and give you a symbol here, something that you can use. Let's see. We'll use this, and then I need to go to settings, controlled by Wade, and we'll give this it's 20-foot radius?
20-foot radius, yeah.
Okay, circle or square?
Let me double check. I think it's 20-foot radius center on a point. I guess it doesn't specify a circle or square. I just assumed it was a circle.
Okay.
If it has a radius, it's a circle.
Circle.
Fantastic. And let me make sure that everybody can everybody see? There we go. Can everybody see the 20-foot radius? So you don't accidentally step into it? Fantastic. All right, so
I guess you don't remember the fact that these black guys, these big black guys, can move really fast in multiple directions, huh?
Well, every square they move, they take a little bit of damage. This is just opening crowd control.
So
all right,
I'd like you to go ahead and officially cast the spell so we can read it off to the audience, and also roll your damage.
Spike growth, 20-foot radius. Area becomes difficult terrain for the duration. When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage every 5 feet it travels. Transformation to the ground, a camouflage look natural. Any creature that can't see the area when the time the spell is cast must take a wisdom perception check against the save to recognize it as hazard for entering it. So they're already inside of it, so looking to recognize it is not an issue. So
yeah, they recognize it the moment it starts hurting their feet. All right, and then what is the damage for it?
It is 2d4 like per 5 feet. So I guess a flat 2d4 to open.
Go ahead with a flat 2d4 to open. The only person this is not affecting is the individual in front, who is floating
Mr.
an inch
Hover.
off the ground.
Yep. So opening up, 7 damage to the whole column, minus
7
floaty boy.
damage. All right. So.
All right, and just as I see the spikes start to grow, I'm going to cast my hypnotic pattern. It's a 30-foot cube. I can get almost all of them. I'm going to leave off these two, but the rest of them should fit in the cube.
I will give you a token in 1 second here so you can place it down. I'm just entering in everybody's damage so I can keep it tracked. Okay. -7 and -7 to you, good friend. All right, so let's get you something to represent hypnotic pattern. Let's go for disco ball. Do you have a disco ball? No, you don't. This'll do. So, you said 30-foot square?
A cube, yeah.
Cube, okay. 30, and we will make this orange. We'll give everybody the ability to see it. Save settings. And then I need to give you control over it. So controlled by Cinna. Save. There you go. Feel free to move it around to where you like.
Too big.
Is it? I set it to 30 feet.
Well, that's always been a wording I'm confused by. If it says 30-foot cube, does that mean 30-foot radius or 30-foot volume?
I was thinking it was 30 feet across, not 30 feet in each direction, but
I only have two options for the radiuses, and that is either a circle or a square.
Okay, I guess it can get all of them then.
So yeah, it can get all of them.
And then I will center it there.
Okay.
They need to make wisdom saving throws, and it's at disadvantage because of my instrument of the bards.
All right.
Nothing like a
Fantastic.
good old giant AoE to start out.
So,
Just
we go ahead and
yesterday, I
make a-
completely screwed over a high-level encounter when my fucking pacifist paladin managed to basically hypnotize a whole enemy party. We managed to just take them out easy.
2,
That's 1.
3, 4,
2.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, and DC was 15?
Yes.
Yeah, but weren't they all at disadvantage, or did you already account for that?
Oh, disadvantage. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, so another +4 for him. Let's see. He still rolled a 19, so he's good. And then the -1s. Let's see. Starting with the archer at front, he has a 2 starting out. I'm not going to roll disadvantage for him because he's already at a 2. He's failed.
13's already
13
failed.
is already failed. The 4 is already failed. So for the 15, we'll roll again for him.
Looks like you only need to reroll 3 of them for the -1s to.
So let's see here. Main guy, 1, 2, 3, fourth one. Okay, the fourth one is under the effects. All right, now for the 5th one, who also rolled a 15. He rolled a natural 20, but he also rolled a 15, so he passes with that 15.
So that's 2 currently unaffected, with an optional 3rd unaffected.
Give me a second here. So, affected. Affected. Great. 4, you are affected. Dean, you're affected. You are passing. The 3 is affected. So, there. The 11 is going to be affected. The 1 is going to be affected. The guy who rolled a 0 is going to be affected. 11. And then we have the 18 who we need to roll for. He rolled a 0 as well.
Alright, so that's all but 2 are affected.
Yeah, all but 2 are affected. There you go.
If I say, starting out, Desh is probably going to focus fire, Mr. Floaty Leader Man.
Fantastic. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead.
And I think it immediately, it's concentration to hold it, but I think the effect immediately dissipates
The effect,
after.
yeah, it flashes and then the lights are gone.
So I don't know if we need the radius beyond that.
Yeah, we don't. Good point. So, for all those affected, what exactly happens to them?
They're incapacitated.
Ooh. Fantastic.
They are charmed for a minute unless someone on their side spends an action to wake them up one at a time.
Yeah.
While a creature is charmed by the spell, this creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0, and the spell ends for an affected creature if it takes any damage or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor. Fantastic.
It is very good AoE crowd control.
So, let's go ahead and roll those initiatives.
Alright, so Nash's initiative. I'm just going to roll a dex roll. So Nash, oh no, it's already 20 is Nash. I have to add him to a turn order, but highlight myself. Dash gets an advantage initiative roll just because. So 16 is Dash. 16, and then Nash is 20.
Leader rolls a 26. The archers roll a 14. And the melee boys roll a 16. Fantastic. And we can go ahead and sort by descending order. All right.
Nash to the order.
Can you not do that yourself? Okay, I will add his turn.
No, I can highlight Nash, but I don't have an initiative button on Nash's sheet. I only have roll a dex roll.
Gotcha. All right, so for Nash's roll, what did he roll?
He rolled a 20.
20. Fantastic. All right, descending order. So,
There's my boy.
All right, Big Baddie is up first. Does he want to cast a spell? This is the question.
No, he doesn't.
Maybe he does.
He's intimidated by our opening move.
"20-foot radius, within range." What's the range? 120 feet. When you cast this level using a higher spell slot than second level or higher, the radius increases by 20 feet. Okay, so he's going to cast this at a second level. He's going to cast Fog Cloud. And he's going to center it on his group. So let me get him a token. There we go. And we are going to give this a 40-foot radius. And we're going to make this gray. And can be seen by all. Actually, you know what? Instead of making this gray, we're going to make this black. So that way you guys know.
It's even eviler.
No, just to make it clear that it's hard to see in this area and the gray doesn't get washed out. So he places down a fog cloud. That's going to be the end of his turn. Senna, you are up as you are positioned strategically behind a tree. Your face, your eyes, and the top of your head being the only thing that pokes out along with one of your fingers as you have just cast Hypnotic Pattern onto the road. What would you like to do?
I am not pleased by this cloud of fog. I don't like it.
And I'm going to give you a symbol to represent Timo.
Oh, Timo.
And we'll put him to back. There we go. You have many options available to you.
Yeah, I know. All right, let's see. Any of my good spells, I need to be able to see. Well, no, I don't necessarily need to be able to see. But I don't want to cast that one. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do.
Please do tell.
I'm going to move to behind this tree.
Okay. So we watch as Senna kind of dashes from the tree that she's behind, quickly moving up to a tree. How far is that? 20 feet away, and you take up cover behind the thick bark of it, still being able to see the road and the creatures on it, or you would be able to if the fog cloud wasn't there.
Yes. Then I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on the floating guy. I don't need line of sight for that. It just needs to be able to hear me.
Okay. Fantastic. And what does Dissonant Whispers do?
Here, you know what? I'll put it in there. It
Wisdom save?
Makes a scary sound. Yeah, wisdom save.
23, so I believe he does pass.
He does pass. I will use my bonus action to give a bardic inspiration to Sasha. And I will make a hand gesture to Timo to make sure that he stays behind that tree.
Okay, fantastic. And you can see Timo digs his hooves into a bit of the dirt behind the tree, indicating that he's ready to go, but he'll stop. He'll wait. All right. And is that going to be the end of your turn, or would you like to move any additional feet? Seeing as you've only moved 20 feet at this point. All right, fantastic.
Nope, I'm good.
All right. You take up position behind the trunk and are ready to go for when your turn comes around. Next, as we come to Nash.
All right, well, he's got an idea. Shit's going down. Dash is currently mounted up on his saddle. Now there's a big old fog cloud. So I would say Nash is going to be able to charge up to the edge of the fog cloud.
Mm-hmm.
And hang on. What does he? Ooh, actually, I might not be that useful, but he does have blind sight, which I think just cancels out the fog cloud for him at least, right?
Do you have blind sight or blind sense?
Let me double check the actual follow up. Blind sight.
Okay, blind sight. What is his range?
60 feet.
60 feet. Okay, so let me go ahead and give him a aura, so that way we know this for the future. So 60 feet.
Feels the vibrations in the earth.
Yes, yes indeed. We'll give him... what color aura would you like to choose, young master?
Give me a little bit of a bluish aura.
Bluish aura. Dark or light?
I mean, it's a dark sense, so let's go dark.
Fantastic. Alright, let's put a C on this. And there you go.
Oh, my boy can see fucking forever. So does that mean he can still fucking see them?
He can detect where they are, yeah. You can see he's kind of squaring off with the individuals on the roadway, even though you yourself do not have visual on them.
Okay, in that case... I mean... You know what? I'm going to say... He will dash into the cloud, being able to see my little aura that I put up, getting up towards the front of the column to block him. As for the time being, I will have to listen for what Nash, but I have fucking pack tactics, which means I can take more reliable shots in the dark because of Nash growling in the direction targets are. So I say Nash will get in position to block off the road as I am still currently riding him for the moment.
Yeah, so Cinna and Sasha, you both watch as Desh and Nash go ripping from the tree cover that Sasha is currently up in. Dashes past Cinna very quickly, going quickly past her tree, and you can see him for but a minuscule second before he disappears, leaving a bit of a vapor trail and sort of that smoke effect where it whooshes out for a second before collapsing in on itself. In the direction of the road. Now, both of you having lost sight of him, you know not what goes on in the fog. All right. Is that all you would like to do with Nash?
I believe that's all my buddy can do, because he doesn't have anything bonus action oriented.
Okay, fantastic. That'll bring us to Sasha.
Good. You're talking, but you're muted. We can't hear you.
I'm sorry. Sasha is going to move. Her movement speed is only 25. So she's going to move from. See, hold on for a second. Let me see how far I've got here. No, that's 35. Oh.
Now keep in mind you're up in the tree. At
I'm up in the tree.
Yeah, so you're good 15 feet up in the tree where the branches are the thickest.
Crap. All right. So first I've got to come down the tree.
Okay, so you go the 15 feet down the tree. And you're down at the base level of the trunk itself.
All right. So from the base level of the trunk, I can only move 10 feet, right?
Your max movement is 25?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, you can only move another 10 feet, unless you want to dash. I believe as a rogue, you can dash with your bonus action.
Yeah, I can. Okay, so I am going to come the 10 feet down. Oops. 10 feet down here. And then, let me see, I only have another 25 feet. So I can get here. And I'm going to move there.
Okay, you dash to there.
And unfortunately, that's my entire movement.
Okay, you still have your actions should you wish to. Even though you can't see the individuals or the undead individuals on the road, you still know roughly where they were if you wanted to shoot blindly into the darkness.
Unfortunately, I did not pull out my gun. I
This is
pulled
true.
out my sword in one hand and my rapier in the other. Thankfully, I pulled them from my belt, which means that they will return. So I am going to try to throw my sword.
Your sword.
My
your sword is not a normal thrown weapon, so the footage on the sword is going to be a max of 40 feet.
Okay, what about the rapier?
The rapier is also not a thrown weapon. Your daggers, they're thrown weapons. They can go up to 60.
Okay, so I'll grab a dagger with my tail and wait.
Okay, fantastic. So you unsheathe the dagger with your prehensile tail and kind of do a dance shimmy as you wait for your next turn. All right. Next up, that is going to bring us over to Skelebros in armor. The main soldiers themselves wielding spears and kite shields with scimitars at their hips. Only one of them can really do anything. Do they make another save for Hypnotic Pattern at the end of their turn?
Nope.
No.
Hypnotic Pattern just exists until either the concentration is broken or someone shakes them out of it, or a minute passes.
Okay, fantastic. So it's a minute-long timer. Gotcha. So with that in mind, the one that is conscious and can move around, he has difficult terrain. His max movement is 30, so he can... Okay, he can get to there. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and move up and go ahead and roll 2, 4, 6.
I gotta roll
D6.
5 more d4s because I had the dice button rather than the dice roller. So that's 4 plus, no, not plus thing. I need 5 more d4s. So 4, 19 damage total.
19 damage total. Pretty good damage. You've put it in him with your spike growth at a total of 26 damage so far. And when he gets up there, luckily for them, being undead, they do have blind sight as well. So he is going to strike out. In particular, he's going to strike out at Nash, seeing as it's the big, bulky target that's easy to hit. So,
all right.
with his spear, let me see. Just go ahead and do this in one large roll, perhaps. His spear does a d6 of damage, so sure, 1d20 plus 5 from his strength bonus, and then do...
It's very complicated for a basic spear thrust.
Actually, I'll separate these. So 7 to hit. No, that's gonna miss.
A country
All
mile.
right. By a country mile, indeed. As you watch as the spear just kind of juts out and becomes visible to you through the fog, as the head of the spear just passes by both you and Nash's face. All right, that's going to bring an end to his turn. So we're gonna go over, and it's your turn, Desh.
All right. So for me, disadvantage, and advantage don't like actively stack over one another, right? It's like
They do.
Just a flat.
They do.
Well, I mean, I know there's that, but I'm saying like if I had 2 instances disadvantage, they don't stack up to double disadvantage. I have disadvantage.
Yeah,
advantage,
right.
They
It's
cancel out.
just. So what would happen is you would have advantage from pack tactics,
disadvantage from the fog cloud because I'm blind.
Disadvantage from the fog cloud.
So that cancels out. Would I
And
still
that
disadvantage
cancels
because I'm
out.
still in melee?
Incorrect.
So I would have just a straight shot still.
So you would have a straight shot here.
Okay, then. If I got a straight shot, then I managed. I ordered Dash to get get the bird one or the flying one, and I'd have imagine Nash is growling in that general direction because he can sense it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take a shot at that area.
So you watch as Nash's head snaps to something within the fog, just to the right of where the spear came from, as you blindly take a shot in the dark. And shoot away, good sir. 21. That is going to be a miss.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Nope. As you hear the sound of the bullet ricocheting off of the rock behind it.
These are level 20 killers of us.
Well, as a reaction, now that I've taken a shot, Nash is gonna just outright take a claw at this guy.
Okay.
20 is also going to miss because apparently this guy's got 30 AC.
21 is what's going to miss because remember he also. Oh no, no blind sight. So yeah, he doesn't get the disadvantage, so he would have advantage on his attack. So 21. But that still misses. All right, that is going to bring us over to the archers, who are all incapacitated and can't do anything, and that brings us over to the main baddie. The main baddie, seeing Nash strike out toward him and watching kind of unfazed as the claws strike the fog in front of him, he is going to use his movement. Let's see here. What is... I have to check the radius of the spell. Can I just do a... Yeah, here we go, search for. So... that spell, please. And that is a... 15-foot cube. At a higher level, does it increase the radius? No, it just increases the damage of it. So he needs to do a 15-foot cube. After he sort of glides up and over the skeletal archers and lands roughly within the center of the formation. Who is reacting? Nash used his reaction to attack with yours, so he does not get an additional attack.
I don't think I can stab out, so...
So that is going to give us... He's going to go ahead and cast Thunder Wave. And let me temporarily get a little object here to see if it might affect you. So... Thunder... we will simply use this object, because why not? And...
just all the colorful tokens.
Yeah, every token imaginable. We'll give it this color. It's going to be square, 15. And let's give everybody sight of this so they believe me when I say that everybody in the column wakes up as they take...
You said Thunder Wave?
Thunder Wave, yeah.
Isn't that like a spell that, like, it's directly adjacent to you, it explodes?
I can double check. Give me 1 second.
I always remember, whenever I've seen Thunder Wave, it's like, oh, it's like a 3x3 square that has to connect it to you that explodes.
So a wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed. In addition, unsecured objects that are completely within the area of effect are automatically pushed 10 feet away from you by the spell's effect, and the spell emits a thunderous boom audible out to 300 feet. And of course, there's the higher level thing, so it emanates from him. So, yeah, there we go. All right, so I need to... It was a Constitution saving throw? Yeah, make Constitution saving throws for everybody. /R 1d20, and then everybody's con is a +3, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we go. So, all right, the first guy passes. That's the guy up next to Nash and you. So he isn't pushed away and he takes half damage. The next guy with his DC of 15 also passes. So that's going to take away his thing. He doesn't get pushed away, but he does take damage. The next guy would pass. So he is up and about and hasn't moved. The next guy fails, and he's going to get pushed 10 feet. So go ahead and roll me 4d4 as he is pushed 10 feet away.
13.
Would the 10-foot push from Thunder Wave still count as him being pushed through difficult terrain and have the amount of movement?
I mean, that sounds like he's being moved against his will, so I don't think it would eat up his movement per se. If that's what you're asking.
I don't think it would eat up his movement. I think it would just push him through
I
the
would
rough
say
terrain.
it would slow him down.
Yeah.
So he's only going to go 5 feet.
I mean, if you're talking about the sake of difficult terrain, then I imagine, yeah, you're being tossed through a fucking bunch of vines. That would probably eat you up some.
Fantastic. Okay. So, all right. Next up, that's another failure. He's going to get pushed 5 feet, and he's going to go... he lands flat on his back on top of the rock, we'll say. So let me give him a prone symbol. There we go. Let's see. Next up is another failure. He gets pushed out 10 feet, which becomes 5. Then we have another failure. 5. Go ahead and also roll me a 2d4 for those who are only taking... Yeah, roll me 2d4, not 44. Because they're only taking a 5-foot step, essentially. That one is a pass, so he doesn't get moved, but he does get waken up and he takes half damage. This one is a fail. He gets moved and is moved to the 5. Or you know what? I'll just take the 2 first rolls, so 8 in total. This guy is a fail. And he gets moved. And then this guy's a fail, gets moved. And this guy's a pass. And he does not move. Okay. So that's 3 who take half as much damage. The damage for this is going to be 2d8, I believe. Yeah, 2d8. All right. So roughly 10 to 5 damage all around. So this is going to be 5 for you. I wish I could just... You know what? Actually, what I can do is I can copy paste -10. So I can just quickly paste this in. There you go. There you go, my friend. Go with God. There you go. Go with God. Uh-huh.
Are you just anointing them as you damage them?
Absolutely. God be with you. God be with you. God be with you. Okay.
Gotta help your bony ass. You're gonna need it.
Well, at least they're getting some damage. Apparently, we can't hit them even if we roll a 20.
We can't hit the main guy.
He is a -5.
You weren't trying to hit the main guy. You were trying to hit this guy right here, and you couldn't hit him with a 21.
The main guy. The main guy who just cast that spell.
You weren't trying to hit the main guy. You were trying to hit this guy.
No, I was hitting the main guy. That's what I was
He's hitting the
me
main
and
guy.
Nash were going for.
Oh, okay.
There we go. All right. Fantastic. So, that does all that damage and moves those people and wakes everybody up, so that's good. Fantastic. That's done. We can get rid of that radius. Fantastic. All right. Next up, let's see. He floated back 15 feet, so he is then going to make his way... make his way another 25. Yeah, he's going to make his way here. Still within the fog cloud, but further away. All right, and that's going to bring us over to Cinna.
All right.
You just hear a thunderous clap come from within the fog cloud.
Dash, what happened?
I don't know. Big bang. Heard lots of bones rattling. Think he just woke up.
Okay. In that case, let's see. I am going to. Excuse me.
Are you okay?
I just inhaled a bunch of cat hair.
That sounds not fun at all.
No.
The ultimate debuff.
It sounds like it should be weaponized in D&D.
A new power of the Tabaxi.
Cat napalm.
All right. I think based on where
Fur palm.
based on where I saw all of these mobs last, I'm going to cast. Am I going to do that? Yeah, because I can't see anything, so anything else would be crazy. Yeah. I'm going to cast Shatter.
Okay.
And I'm going to center it in the middle. I would probably I'd probably center it here so I would be sure not to hit dash. What is that, Jabba the Hutt?
I'm using it as the shatter token.
Okay.
So what does it look like for the shatter?
Anything with a 10-foot radius sphere within 10-foot radius sphere of the center of the creatures.
Okay, it's a big meaty shatter, and controlled by Cinna. And here you go. You can now play with that and see what you can do with where you want to put it.
I mean, realistically, since I can't see in there, I think that's where I would center it. I don't want to risk hitting
right
dash,
where you put the hypnotic pattern before is where you center it, using that as sort of a reference point and bringing the image of what the road looked like before the fog cloud into your mind. You center this there, and everyone there needs to make a DC 15. What is it? A dex save? Constitution saving throw. Okay, so everybody here is at a -1. Then -1. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. All but one fails. And what are we looking at?
21 thunder damage.
21 thunder damage.
Or half as much for the one that saved.
Okay. Does it knock anyone prone?
Only if they're made out of inorganic material, which I don't think they are, even if they're skeletons. Bones are organic.
Fantastic. All right. Great. And this is not a lasting effect. It's just a one-time thing,
nope,
so we can get rid of Jabba the Hutt.
Insta-bang.
Yeah. All right. So you quickly grab on to your lute and strum a single string upon it. And seconds later, there's a cacophonous thunder within the fog cloud as you hear the rattling of bones. You hit something. You're not sure how effective it was, but you definitely hit something.
I'm happy with my hiding spot for now, and I'm good. I'm done.
Okay, you are good where you are. Not wishing to expose yourself further, we go ahead and we're going to move on to Nash.
All right. Well, as something Nash could hopefully deal with, given I gave him the order of going after the bird one, the floaty one, Nash is going to risk a stab from... Oh, nope, I overshot it. Risk a stab from Skelly Man.
Hey, show me the path that you want to take, so that way, because you might end up running past an archer. You don't. Fantastic. All right, great. So you just take a stab from a single spear, and his disadvantage is negated because he's able to detect Nash as he goes by. So it's just a straight roll, 1d20, and then it's +5. Here we go. 17.
It's a miss.
That is a miss. All right.
Nash has got some
So,
thick skin.
as you feel Nash buck underneath you and begin going in sort of the opposite direction back from whence you came, you hear the light clink on his armored scales as you leave the road.
If I got Nash giving the confirmation and with Dash calling out, giving a general kind of mental picture of like where we've moved, you probably recognize that, hey, we're kind of going back the way we came, maybe? I trust Nash. And I get the idea that Nash would get the suggestion of, get the big guy. You couldn't attack him next time. Is it possible Nash could, in some way, grapple or try to knock this guy out of the fog cloud?
Well, you've moved more than 10 feet in a straight line, I believe. Let's see. So from here to boom. Yeah, you've moved more than 10 feet. So, even though because he doesn't have the charger feat, here's what I'm willing to offer you. He can make a charge to try and shove this creature 10 feet back. However, he's going to make the strength check at disadvantage because he does not have the charger feat.
Okay, well, it's worth a try, I guess.
And that
My boy's got good strength, so
he's looking to beat a 16.
Oh, fucking no. Jeez, what's that roll? 4 and a 5, really?
So you watch as you kind of give this order, and Nash breaks out into a sprint in the direction that you came from initially, and as you are moving through the cloud and and the wind is rushing past you, you hear him smack into something hard, and there's a distortion in the fog temporarily, almost as if he ran into a force field.
Oh boy.
And
do I see the distortion?
Nope, that's only for them because they're right next to the creature. So that is going to bring us to, unless Nash wants to do anything else.
I'm pretty sure that's that's his only action, I think, because he doesn't get multi-attack.
Okay. Nope, he doesn't get multi-attack until level 12. So that's going to bring us to Sasha.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The problem is, I can't see.
Oh, from Sasha's point of view, she watched as Nash and Desh charged into where you had seen the column of troops previously moving, and seconds after Nash and Desh had gone in, there were a series of thunderous claps that came from within. You're not sure what has transpired, but you can hear the sound of Nash's large clawed feet coming back to you.
Okay. And I can only throw my sword.
You can throw your dagger.
40 feet.
The sword at most 20 feet.
20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't see this guy.
Yeah, you wouldn't know he was there.
Crikey.
To your knowledge, everything's still on the road. The last you saw.
All right. I can throw my dagger.
With your dagger, yeah, the road, the other side of the road was definitely in range the last time you saw it.
Okay, I'm going to throw my dagger 40 feet. I'm thinking something is over here because this is where I saw them. I saw them here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So go ahead and make me a ranged attack at disadvantage.
All right. Can I use this as sneak attack?
Nope. Not until you hit something does sneak attack become active.
Okay, so I'm using my dagger, right?
Mm-hmm. As Vax'ildan would say, dagger, dagger, dagger. But unfortunately, you simply watch as the dagger flies within the cloud of fog, and you lose sight of it with no knowledge as to if it hit or if it missed.
And then it returns.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I am going to.
It will return at the end of your turn.
All right. I am going to climb to the top of this tree.
Okay.
And see if I can see anything.
The very top of the tree is 20 feet up. If you want to get into the thick of the branches, it's 15 feet up.
All right. Well, I'm going to climb to the very top of the tree.
Okay, so you take all 25 feet of your movement to go ahead and get into the top of this tree.
Can I see anything now?
Nope.
Still can't see anything.
You just see a spherical wall of fog.
And I can't even see the top of anybody's head.
The fog is like 20 feet in diameter. That means upward too.
Correct.
If
there were no ground, it would be 20 feet below as well, but that's not the case here.
All right. All right. So for my bonus action, I am going to try it again. And
what are you going to be throwing this time?
I can't throw the same
dagger.
dagger
Does not come back until the end of your turn.
Until the end of my turn. And I cannot throw the rapier, you're saying, right?
You could throw it like the sword, but it would only go 20 feet.
And I think 20 feet is too close.
Mm-hmm. I don't believe 20 feet would reach the road. Yeah, no. Yeah. You would think with the 20 foot that you have, you might touch the rock at this distance, but
yeah, I can't see. All right, so I won't do since my dagger is going to return to my belt. What I'm going to do is I'll just let it return, and I will pull out my pistol with my tail and try to use that on my next turn, because I can use my tail just like fingers.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll pull out my my 22 with my tail.
Oh, and you watch as your tail wraps several times into the trigger guard. With the recoil of pistol, every shot will be at disadvantage. But
yeah, got that. Because your tail can work like fingers, don't mean it's got the strength of an arm.
Correctamundo. All right, that is going to bring us over to Skelebros, as I lovingly like to call them. Let's see. They only have up to 30 feet, so I got to do some measuring here. Okay, so
he knows 15 of them are still in my difficult terrain.
Correct. So this one's still in difficult terrain. Go ahead and roll me 2d4, as he's going to step out of the difficult terrain.
3 damage.
Okay. So he takes 3 points of damage to his little skeleton feety, as he takes 10-foot movement to get out. And then with the remaining 20 feet that he has, is that enough to get up there? Yeah, it is. He's going to go ahead and get a flanking maneuver on Nash. The rest of them, this one is already out of the radius up at the top of the formation. And can he detect anybody? I don't think he can. No, he can't. So he's just going to generally just start moving in this direction, not knowing what's out there, but knowing that a threat exists indeed. The others will simply take the quickest route to get out of the movement. So we're going to use that 2d4 for this guy as he gets out, and that means he's going to take another 3. Same for this guy as he gets out. Another 3. Same for this boyo here. And then roll me an extra set of 2d4.
This is an addition to the 3. It's
Mhm.
another 6, so 9 for that guy.
9 for this boyo. All right. And this guy has 5, 10. That's as far as he can get, so roll me
Another 2.
another 2d4 for him.
So a
Okay.
total of 15 for him.
Describe to me his grisly demise.
I imagine he is trying to get out, and as he's walking, just bones get stuck on the thorns. He just gets shorter and shorter until it's just a little skull that topples out, powerless.
And simply a cinematic shot of the skull tumbling out of the vines and into the fog cloud that gets focused on by the camera. All right, and then the camera moves back up and moves finally to the last Skeleboy in armor in the group. He's going to go 5, and then 10, and then 15. And then go ahead and roll me another 2d4 as he finishes his movement. Actually, he can't, so don't roll another 2d4. He takes...
Yep, so he just takes that total 15.
Yep, and that's another one who sort of crumbles slowly as eventually he falls to nothingness, and but a skull rolls out an additional 5 feet from where he stood. All right, and that is going to end their turns, and that's going to bring us over to Dash.
All right, well, some guy is coming up and trying to poke Nash in the ass, so I'm going to say, wearing around, hearing the chink of, someone trying to hit my boy's armor, taking an aim. So, normal shot with my rifle at the Skeleboy.
Mm-hmm. That's going to hit.
20, yeah, I should have used the big guy, but that's 24 magical piercing to that guy, because this is my enchanted rifle.
You watch as his skull explodes into several white fragments, and a few pieces and bits sort of bounce off of you and Nash's armor.
All right, Nash, go for that claw, boy. That's a miss, 21.
Oh, unfortunate. No, it is not a miss. With a 24 due to pack tactics. That is going to bring it to a hit because the AC is 22. And you are going to do the first set of damage to the boss as he takes 19 points of slashing damage. However, Nash... Nash, through a series of grunts... actually, wait a minute. Does Nash's claws at this point count as magical? I believe...
wait,
if you don't have it written down, I can look at his sheet. Hold on.
I remember I looked at this before. And I remember, I think it was in base Ranger, it counted, but I think Revised Ranger doesn't give fucking animals magical attacks for whatever fucking reason. I gotta double check the fucking thing. Hang on.
I don't have him written down as magical.
I gotta get my phone, because that's where my fucking PDF for Revised Ranger is.
Yep, so give us one moment, ladies and gentlemen, as we look up as to whether or not Nash's claws are the magics for attacking things and not having his attacks reduced, or his damage reduced, I should say. You're excused.
Okay, and through my thing, past all this stuff. Revised Ranger. I don't know if this ever got updated, because I remember I downloaded this PDF a long time ago. Coordinated attack, beast defense. Yeah, for fucking whatever reason, they took away, it looks like they've took away beast attacks count as magical for whatever reason.
After the session, go ahead and look up to see if they've updated, or better yet, when you have time during the session, if you want to, go ahead and look up to see if there's a updated version of that adds that back in for future encounters. All right. In the meantime, so that'll simply be half the damage.
Indeed, unfortunately, but still. He might roll really low in that con check to get that fog cloud gone.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hope he does.
He's a +4 to his constitution. 22 new. That fog cloud is still up there. All right. Who knew that enemies using fog cloud was useful? All right. So that is that going to be the end of your turn, Dash?
I believe it is, yeah.
Okay, fantastic. And that is going to bring us to the archers. So go ahead and roll me up to 2 sets, so 4d4. So roll me 1 2d4 and then 1 group for 44.
So 2 separate rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 5 and 10 for the second one.
Okay, so as one of the archers finishes his movement out, he's going to take a 5. And then as the other 3 make their way out, they are going to take a 10. So currently the most useful spell here is Spike Growth. And we watch as 2 of the Skelevoys with bows actually fall apart into a pile of bones as they make their way out. All right. And that's going to be the end of their turn, and that's going to bring us over to Magi the Magnus. And did Nash use his reaction?
He did to try and attack, and he managed to hit the guy. So yeah.
Fantastic. So he is going to go ahead and... Yep. Boop. Float away as you watch. There's a small poof of fog just in front of Nash's head. And Nash gives a confused look around, trying to relocate him before finally locking back on as the individual comes back down within range. All right. He feels a disturbance in the bushes. Now that's going to be his movement. So next up, he needs to range out. Okay, 25, then you're 55. So everybody's within sight range for him. And that is going to go ahead and prompt him to use a spell. Let's see here. Seeing as you all are so spread out, what he is going to do, he needs something that can cover some distance. How far away is... You're 25 feet away from him and then 25 feet up. So he essentially needs to be hitting a 50-foot range spell for attacking you.
So apparently they didn't add that. They just added like weird elemental pets you can get in the current Ranger revised thing. I guess fucking Nash can never be fucking magical unless I find some way to imbue his claws.
That's unfortunate.
Unless I'm just talking to my ass, I'm for whatever reason thinking, well, I gotta look this up in the main handbook. But carry on.
Let's see. It's Ellen's favorite spell. It does go 60 feet. What armor is Sasha wearing?
Cook and book.
She's wearing a scallop armor.
Scallop armor?
It's called, scallop armor. Yeah. Scallop crest armor.
It is made of seafood. Got it.
Several pieces of plate hewn together with a pattern. So it is made out of metal. Fantastic. All right, so he is going to cast Heat Metal on Sasha. So you choose a manufactured metal object, such as a metal weapon or suit of heavy or medium metal armor. You can cause the object to glow red hot. Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast the spell. And until the spell ends, you can use your bonus action on each of your subsequent turns to cause this damage again. Fantastic. So you take, with no save involved...
I don't get a save?
No, you're wearing this. 14 points of fire damage as suddenly your armor begins to heat up and glow red hot.
Okay, well, that takes away my 8 temporary hit points.
Mm-hmm.
And you said 15?
14.
14.
And is this a concentration? This is a concentration. So guess what happens?
Okay.
Suddenly, all of you are able to see the men as the fog cloud goes down. And they are all able to see you now. All right. So,
Now we can fucking run his ass down and pack tactics him to death.
Yeah, absolutely you can. Let's see here. Does he want to do anything else? He is then going to use...
That hurt.
How much movement did he use to get there? 25 feet. He's going to use another 15 feet to raise himself up to 15 feet in the air. So I've indicated he is flying, and I will put down a marker for myself to let me know that he is 15 feet up. All right. And he just hovers there in place above the trees. That's going to bring us to Cinna.
My plan has been thwarted by the disappearance of the fog, but this is better anyways, so I'm okay with it. Let's see.
Yeah, apparently I am fucking just remembering shit wrong, because apparently not even Base Ranger got magical animals.
Okay,
Yeah,
if the fog is
Base
gone,
Ranger
what is
got
this purple
magical.
thing?
Yeah,
No,
this
not
is
even-
level
not-
7.
That is
I-
Nash's blind sight.
Oh, okay.
Basically, I can
Pretty
see,
sure it
Nash
did.
can see if you're within there and he's blinded.
I'll
Yeah.
change the color, actually.
Okay, I'm going to...
If possible, maybe just make it something that only I can see, because it only affects Nash.
There you go. Is that better?
Yeah.
Can you still see it, Desh?
Yes.
All right. Can you see it, Cinna?
Yes.
Oh, you can still see it. Okay. So
Wait, what am I supposed to see?
You're
This
looking for the
green
aura
circle?
that's coming. No. The
The giant yellow.
Oh, no, I can't see that. I can
Okay,
see the
fantastic.
spike growth, but not
Great.
the...
Okay, just making sure, because that way I know Nash's blind
Thing.
sight, but you guys don't have to see
Blind.
a giant circle
Okay.
all the time.
Okay, what am I gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm going to cast... Yeah, I'm gonna cast Wall of Fire. And it's gonna look a little something like this. Let's see. Okay. Like that.
All right. Roll me up the description and the damage for Wall of Fire.
Mhm.
Okay. So you create a wall of fire on a solid surface within range, and you can make the wall up to 60 feet long, 20 feet high, and 1 foot thick. Or a ringed wall up to 20 feet in diameter, 20 feet high, and 1 foot thick. The wall is opaque and lasts for the duration. When the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 5d8 fire damage, or half as much damage on a successful save. One side of the wall, selected by you when you cast a spell, deals 5d8 fire damage to each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side or inside the wall. A creature takes the same damage when it enters the wall for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there, and the other side of the wall deals no damage. Are you casting this at a higher level?
I can't.
Okay.
I cast it with my instrument of the bard, so I
Fantastic.
cast at its level. And I'm gonna make this side of the wall the damagey one.
Okay, good to know. And then they are plus 3s, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a fail, that's a fail, that's a pass, that's a pass, that's a pass. Okay, so 3 pass, and the rest fail. All right, for a total of 12 to 6 damage. So you get 6. You get 6 flame damage. And you get 6 flame damage. And you get 6 flame damage. Ah, yes, you. And then you get 12, because you're special. And you too, Jeremy. You also get 12 as you watch as his bones from a glistening white to a charred black, and he is vanquished. There we go. All right. And then is that going to be the end of your turn, or would you like to move? Perhaps take a bonus action?
Um, I'm going to I'm going to go ahead and assume that I saw Senna. Nope, that's me. Sasha take sheet metal damage, and I'm a little concerned. I'm going to throw a heal on her.
Okay.
Much appreciated.
Oh, it was
Oh.
a terrible roll, but you get 13.
It's okay. It's okay.
That was my bonus action, and I am all set now.
All right.
All
I'm
right.
up to my. I can't get the temporary points back, but I
Correct.
got. I'm back to being healed.
All right, as we
So
go
I
over to
appreciate
Nash's turn, Nash watches as his eyes have now officially locked on to this floating creature that you've commanded him to go after, just around the northern edge of your circle of spike growth. You watch as a massive wall of flame springs forth and begins to burn away at the skeletons within, and even begins to do some damage to your spike growth itself.
It's not gonna last. I'm probably gonna drop it pretty soon anyway, because everything's out of the range. So,
But Nash sort of takes his attention away from that wall of flame and turns his attention back to the big boss, and he's going to run up, but he cannot slash, as he
Why
does not
not?
have reach.
oh, he's in the tree now.
No, he's 15
Actually-
feet up in the air, hovering.
Oh, I completely fucking missed that. But I, from where I was, only moved 30 feet. Oh wait, no. I think that's totally different because they said he has a climb speed, but I think the climb speed is included in the movement speed.
It is.
So yeah, he moved 30 feet, so he can't climb the extra 10 feet he could normally walk.
Should he climb up the tree there, that will get him within range to strike.
Could I, in theory, say with his leftover 10 feet of movement, he could give a quick little hop?
Yeah, we can say that, and it'll get him started on the tree. He'll have an
Well,
additional.
I mostly asked that because if he hops, his tongue has reach.
His tongue does have reach. You are correct. Would you like to lash out with the tongue?
Yeah, see if I don't know, manage to somehow get a hold of him and drag him down.
All right, give the
But I
magic
doubt
boy
it.
a licking.
Yeah. 23 at the hit.
We watched as Nash's spiked tongue goes shooting out of his mouth and lashes onto the legs of this creature, ripping and tearing at unseen flesh, and a spurt of purplish blood sort of sprays from beneath his cloak as you do in fact hit. And
I imagine he's immune to poison.
he's
but at the
immune
very
to
least,
poison, yeah.
That's
So
9 piercing from the spike
Yep.
tongue.
non-piercing damage. This thing does not give off any sound of anger, nor can you see its face to know if it's giving off a look of anger, but its attention is now directly drawn to you. All right.
All right, make my day.
So, would you like to use your reaction to attack?
That's when I attack. He can do
Okay,
that.
gotcha. In that case, Sasha, you are up.
All right. I
You're
am
down
going
on the ground,
to.
ready to go.
No, I'm in the tree.
Oh, that's right. You went back up the tree. Sorry.
I am going to throw my blade of lawful judgment at this guy.
He is 25 feet away. The blade of lawful judgment will not make it. It will hit Desh or Nash, though. Plus, he's also 15 feet up in the air. In reality, he is.
We should be the same amount in the air.
Let's see. Okay, so you'd be at the same height. Yeah, so he's still 25 feet away, though.
So I can't throw it 25 feet?
It is a long sword. It is not meant to be thrown. You can only get it 20 feet. And that's with disadvantage.
Oh, you jerk.
I didn't write the rules.
Fine.
How often are you throwing full-size
Fine.
swords?
I don't
Fine.
see that like ever.
Fine. I will shoot him.
All right. Make me an attack with disadvantage. Because gun
Why is
tail.
I mean,
Gun tail.
Why is it
Depending on-
this?
yeah,
Why
because
is
your tail's
it-
weak. You can't hold the gun effectively.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, does that cancel out because of
No.
the? Oh. Yep. Nope. I
You
missed.
watch as it goes wide and hits the part of a branch on the tree that Nash and Desha are on.
All right, then I will use my second attack to and you said the rapier will go 40 feet?
No, the rapier also goes 20 feet, just like the longsword.
The only range attack you could legitimately have is you unscrew the pommel and chuck it at him.
So only the dagger goes 40.
Only the dagger goes 60, as it is a thrown weapon.
It is meant to be thrown.
The dagger's range is 30-60, which means 30 with normal, and then 60 with disadvantage. You hate the rules. You don't hate me.
All right.
You're hitting the player, not the game. It should be the other way
I
around.
am going to switch out my pistol for my short bow because it will have range.
Your
correct?
You
Tail
cannot
in no way
use
can-
a you
No,
cannot use a
oh,
short
come
bow.
on.
A
Oh,
short
come
bow is a
on.
two-handed weapon
Literally, it's two-handed.
with
Fine.
a tail is not
Fine.
doing. That would be
Fine.
the most
will-
impressive tail the world has ever seen,
Okay,
and it would
fine.
be like a 15-foot
Fine.
long tail.
I'll switch out the pistol for the dagger.
I'd say, yeah, move the pistol from your tail to your main hand so you can shoot effectively.
You're giving her ideas.
That's a good idea. But I just put up my pistol and I pulled out the dagger, and that would be my bonus action.
Okay, fantastic. That's going to bring us over to Skelebros. Oh God, we're on fire. Oh God. Do they take damage? It's at the end of their turn if they're still in it, correct?
Yeah.
Let's see here. All right, so they are immediately going to get out. That doesn't set them on fire as well, does it?
Yeah.
Do they have flammable things on them?
Yeah, I mean, let me read the description of the spell. I would think.
They are on fire. They're going to have to take a turn to put themselves out.
And that depends on the wording of the spell.
It does not specify. It's
If it
fire.
does not specify, then they good. Because they don't have any cloth on them. So, great. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 10.
So I think those two that are still technically in the square are going to get taken another 2d4 each. Because they're just exiting out of it as the last people in my spike growth. So a parting 4 damage for those two, because they left the spike growth finally.
Okay. Parting 4 damage. Okay, and then 4 for you. There we go. They are still up and about, but their toes are very, very scratched up. All right. And with that, that's their movement. He is now 10 foot up in a tree. Do spears? I believe spears do have a reach, but I need to double check. Spears. No, they do not. You would think a spear would have reach.
Like a glaive or a lance, I think.
I mean, spears are supposed to give you reach, but sure. All right. Fuck it. He's 10 feet up. They're going to chuck it at him because spears are also a thrown weapon. So that'll mean they substitute that with their dex modifier, so 1d20, then plus 3, and then just making 3 attacks. 1, 2, 3. Oh, nope. 3. Miss. You watch as 3 spears just kind of go up into the tree and kind of smack around on a few branches and then harmlessly fall to the ground. And they're going to use their bonus actions to draw their scimitars. And that's all they can do. That's going to bring us to Dash.
All right, now here's the question of geometry. I'm 10 foot up in the tree, but he's 15 foot away. Does that put Nash in melee range because of his tongue?
Yep.
Because I don't think his regular attacks can hit the guy in the tree quite yet.
He would not be considered in melee range.
Why not?
Damn.
Because he's using a reach attack to do it.
Oh.
All right, well, in that case, Dash... I'm 10 foot in the tree. I don't think I can reach down with his tongue either. It's really, he's only a target right now because I'm just high enough in the tree to hit that guy.
I would say if you would
enough
like to use his bonus action, you can turn him around on the tree. However, that will also put you down.
I think for the time being, Dash is first and foremost activating Favored Foe, which will get us Spike Growth is gone. Because I'm stopped concentrating on it, and I'm going to basically Hunter's Mark, tall, dark, and floaty.
Tall, dark, and floaty got a Hunter's Mark.
And then I'm going to take a regular rifle shot because I don't get advantage because we're not in pack tactics range.
Pew!
And I miss.
Just
a little awkward
goes
trying to
off into the
shoot while
distance.
mounted on a tree.
Some
Nash-
yodeler off in the mountains through the misty fog is waking up this morning, and suddenly, as he begins to yodel, a bullet goes through his skull.
Why do you have to make it just morbid? Why can't I just go shoot through his floppy hat?
That's just wrong.
I'm just kidding. That doesn't actually happen. No one yodels in this universe.
I don't know. For all we know, yodeling is the secret art of spellcraft. Who knows? There's got to be some kind of weird subclass of yodeler. But as a reaction, with his tongue, Nash whips the big bad. 22 is his AC, so it
that is going to hit. Yeah, absolutely.
So another 6 damage.
6 damage as you lash out, and there's another spurt of blood that sort of rains down from underneath the cloak.
Chipping away at him slowly.
Fantastic. That brings us over to the archers, who are going to sort of get off the road because they're tired of the road. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Road's overrated.
He's going to sort of stay on the road and get behind cover of the rock. This guy's actually also going to get cover. And they're going to start sniping away at Sasha.
Can they see me?
Yeah, you're at the top of a tree. But they
Miss
both
your
miss
token,
with
you're also
10s.
bright blue.
So Sasha, as you switch your pistol out for your dagger, and you're watching as the Skeleborgs are running up and they throw their spears up into the tree only to miss, you suddenly hear 2 distinct whistling noises as 2 arrows go flying over your head. That's going to bring us to the big boy, because Nash has decided to use his reaction. He's going to freely move. Yep. And he's going to go right there, and then staying within your radius, he'll go there. And so you guys are in melee range of each other. He's then going to use... let's see. He has a number of weapons here, but I think what he will use is he will use his greatsword. As you watch a blackened, gnarled onyx greatsword come from underneath his cloak, and he strikes out towards you. So it's like 1, 2, 12. He's a +6 with his strength. Stick to magic. All right. He completely whiffs and trims a few leaves off of the top of the tree. Jesus. So, 30 feet. Yeah. And then he's going to
If he
step
moves,
away.
I can
Attack of
hit him,
opportunity.
right?
Sure. Attack of
Attack
opportunity.
All right. So, finally, I get advantage.
Whiff. You get advantage from.
I get advantage because I have oh crap.
Mhm.
I get advantage because I have no, it's not my turn. It's not my turn.
Okay. If it was your turn, what would you be getting advantage from?
Because of the fact that it says rogue is dual wielding, they use their action to attack and bonus action to make an attack with offhand weapon. This 2 attacks is turn tight raw. Note they can only apply sneak attack damage once per turn. Superior dark vision, yada yada yada. It's under personal traits. It's right here, and it says they can apply sneak attack once per
If you're
turn.
thinking of rakish audacity,
We've been over
Yeah.
this.
that does not give you advantage. That just allows you to get sneak attack, even when you don't have advantage.
We've been over this multiple times.
All right.
I wrote it down. It says
Look over your stuff while we move
I have
on.
advantage. I have crap.
That is a
crap.
whiff. Senna. Actually, you know what? No, wait a minute. He's not done moving because that was 35, and then he will go to 40. There you go. Now,
So you're telling me I don't have advantage?
Nope.
Okay. I'm dropping the wall of fire since it's not doing anything anymore.
Okay.
I am going to cast Mind Sliver at
Ooh. What
Floaty
does
bad
that
guy?
do?
It gives a little bit of psychic damage, but it also
Gives disadvantage on the next saving throw, I believe.
gives it on the next saving throw it makes. Well, it's moot.
Keep telling me though. I've never heard of this ability.
It's a new spell.
Yeah, it's from. I think it's. I don't remember if it's from Xanathar's or it's from.
It's from Tasha's.
Oh, it's from Tasha's? I haven't fully read through
Mhm.
Tasha's. Gotcha. Okay, so you drive a disorienting spike of psychic energy into the mind of one creature you can see within range, and the target must succeed on an intelligence saving throw or take 1d6 psychic damage and subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of your next turn.
Oh, yeah, it was fraction, not disadvantage. That was something else I'm thinking of. But yeah, that used to be an Unearthed Arcana spell before it became Tasha's official.
Okay. I got you. Excuse me. All right, so that's your action.
I don't like very much that he's moving toward me. I don't think there's anything.
He's right. I don't like it very much. He's running away from me.
I don't think there's much I can
He's
do
not an
about
idiot.
it.
All right. He's not the Skeleboys.
I'm going to No, I'm going to stay where I am for now for reasons. And I'm going to give a bardic inspiration to Dash.
All right, Dash, you have a bardic inspiration.
Huzzah! That's a D6 or D8?
I think it's D8 at this
It's
level.
a D8.
Okay, so you're finally got D8. I remember you multi-class, so that was a point of contention for a while.
Yeah. And also with the new Tasha's thing, I have magical inspiration. So in addition to the other things, you can add it to damage as well. For a spell damage. So you.
Okay, well that's a moot for me. I don't think I have any damaging spells.
All right.
Oh, except for spike growth, but I don't think that lasts for the whole duration of spike growth.
No.
All right, so that's going to bring us over to unless you would you like to move?
It wouldn't do any good.
Are you sure?
I was gonna say you're kind of weird there, Aaron, with just skull and weird green screen flicker. Now you're back.
I No, like I'm protected from the archers here, and this guy's gonna come after me. He'll catch up with me no matter what I do. I'm good here. I'm staying here. I am staying here.
All right, you stand your ground, Nash.
Be brave. All right. Well, his target has flown away, and Nash will probably want to give chase again. If Nash drops off the tree, could I land and crush a Skelly Boy in the process?
I would say make an acrobatics with Nash.
All right, Nash. Acrobatics.
And then this will be
24.
versus. I don't think they can. Let's see. 1d20. You can roll an natural 20.
Yeah, he could. Really? Really? We make it roll a natural 20. I mean, yeah, natural 20 would have beaten it, so I guess there's that, but he tied it at the very least. The same exact fucking roll. 19 with a +5.
Woo! All right, so he will take half damage as Nash comes down.
Okay, what is the damage Nash is inflicting?
Do you have down Nash's weight?
I have him as a large beast. You've never given me like specific height and weight statistics for him.
Great. In that case, we'll just use the regular falling. So he's 10 feet up, so 2d6, I believe. All right, so it is
reduced.
9 crushing damage. This is not reduced.
Oh yeah, because skeletons are weak to bludgeoning.
Correct.
All right, so squeeze.
And this individual is now prone. So let's give you the prone symbol. There we go. All right.
And I'll say because he's still 15 feet in the air, right? In open air now.
Correct. He's in open air, 15 feet up. There
God, fucking
is
free flight bastard.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as a rebuttal, allow me to say Nash gives a rear-footed like mule kick to the lower to that skeleton.
Okay. Fantastic. It's going to get half covered due to the tree trunk. But yeah. All right. 15 is, let me see, half cover.
With half cover, I imagine it's going to miss.
I believe it will. Let me just double check half cover. So half cover is a +2, so that just barely misses.
God damn! All right.
As he scrapes away, very cleanly, in fact, the bark off of the tree trunk itself.
Good to know he's effective against trees.
Okay.
What was that?
Yeah. If you yourself would like to, when it comes to your turn, just so you know where Nash is sitting, if you were to shoot at the big boss, he would have 3/4 cover because Sasha and a tree are in your way.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying Nash is gonna.
Does he risk it?
You say risk it. He's not been hit by these Stellar Bros once this whole fight. But now that my hubris has come into play, they're going to get hit him. But
he risked it for the biscuit against skeletons with Sentinel, so he might not move. We'll see.
They have fucking Sentinel?
Of course they do.
What do you mean, of course? Like, that's the typical skeleton thing.
So this is going to be 2 attacks. They don't get flanking because you landed on their bro, and that was what was going to give them flanking. But let's see here. So 1, 2. Is a 21 or a 15 hit?
21 will hit.
Okay, so he does not move. Put him up here. Yeah. All right. And so the 15 misses. All right. And with the scimitars.
Because that one, no, because if I move out of range, the angle changes enough for them to not get myself tree cover.
So
not that would have mattered, though. 21 with a +2 is still better than Nash.
6 + 5. So he's going to take a grand total of 8 points of slashing damage. And you notice as he begins to move, he limps from the attack and moves nowhere.
All right. Well, I mean, he's still got 74 HP to go, so
Hey,
good for you. You've been annoying.
That was not the point of the attack. The point of the attack was getting Nash to stay put. So that's going to bring us to Sasha.
All right. Because of the fact that I was not flanking, I didn't get my advantage.
Correct.
So I'm up in a tree
Mm-hmm.
right now.
Face to face with the floating Magiboy, who is currently, 10 feet away from you? 10 feet away from you.
He's 10 feet away.
Well, 15.
He's 15 feet away. I am going to throw my sword at him.
You were really
All
silly
right.
throwing that sword.
Great. Make me a ranged attack with your sword.
No.
I hit him.
I'm gonna double check something real quick. I believe he can do this as a reaction. I just need to read it to see how much it adds on. Unless someone can remember what shield, how much AC
Shield is plus 5.
Plus 5. So yeah, you watch as you throw it at him, and as a reaction, he snaps his fingers, and there's a purplish shield that appears before him in the direction of the blade, and the blade goes wildly, flinging towards the ground below, doing no damage.
You are a jerk.
No, I'm not. I'm just smart.
Mhm.
All right. That was
All
your
right.
action. What would you like to do with your bonus action and your movement?
With my bonus action, now I'm going to throw my dagger at him.
Feel free. Nope.
Nope, I miss.
Ding. Ting, ting, ting. All right. Would you like to move?
Yeah, I'm going to come down out of this tree.
Okay, you make your way down the tree.
I'll walk down to the base of the tree. And I am going to... Okay, hold on. I'll move... no, I'll just come down to the base of the tree.
All right, fantastic. That's
and
going to
then
bring
stay
us
there.
to Skeleboys. So this one's going to use half his movement to get up.
Is he able to get up if Nash is pinning him?
Nash attempted to move, thus taking his foot off of him.
Okay.
So he does get up. Sorry. Because he would have to disengage the grapple in order to attempt to move. All right, so that's going to bring us to him going 5, 10, 15 to give flanking to both his boyos. And another boyo is going to come in here. So they all have advantage as they all go to attack Nash. So we're going to do this.
When he came in within range of me here and he moved, is that enough for me to have a reaction?
You did have a reaction and you missed, remember?
No,
Oh, you're talking about the skeleton.
when the skeleton walked near me.
Sure. Make an attack.
Stab.
Stabby, stabby.
As the Skelleboy stands up and runs around.
Okay, I don't think you can stab with
That's a
that.
miss.
That's a miss.
I don't think she can stab with that.
1, 2. So at his advantage, 20.
Well, that'll hit.
Okay, that'll hit. So, Ashar, 1d6, and it's plus 5. And Nash's movement is reduced, stays at 0, essentially. Boop. 7 damage. The next boyo is going to attack. So 1, 2, 20 is going to hit.
Yeah, your big roll, something out of nowhere, is going to hit.
8 damage. And then 1, 2. Natural 20, so double the damage.
Just keep rolling your crits, Aaron. Just keep rolling your fucking stupid high rolls with your goddamn advantage.
And keep on dodging everything that I throw.
So you take 18 points of slashing damage. All right. Oh, God.
I don't think I take 18. I think I take
9 times
13.
2.
You don't multiply the modifier by 2.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So minus the multiplier. 13. Yeah. You're good. All right. Let's see here. Where was I? So he had gone...
During your last advantage boy attack.
Yeah. So last one. Here we go. Is it going to be a 20? It's going to be a 22.
Because fuck you, Aaron.
10 points of slashing damage.
Well, never mind. I went from 80-something to 30-something now.
The skeletons begin to do a little rattling dance as they move back and forth, taking a jab here and there at Nash. All right, that brings us to Dash. You are surrounded. Nash is being hurt. You must protect the big boil.
Well, fuck that guy in particular.
Okay.
16 without any cover.
16, that's going to hit. So for 18 points of piercing damage, describe to me his grisly demise.
Oh, fucking consider him ass, powder him.
All right, fantastic.
As a reaction, Nash is going to just crush these assholes who are trying to swipe at him. Never mind, he's not. Fucking hell.
He smacks the tree once more, putting a nice sized dent in it.
Fuck you, Aaron. Fucking sounds so fucking smug about our death.
Nothing. It's the skeletons you should blame.
He has been smug this whole game.
I'm always smug. Come on now.
He has been avoiding at all costs my sword because he knows it does the double bleed and it's against evil.
Honestly, he hasn't cared about your sword because he's never been hit with your sword, so he doesn't know about it really yet. He's just been attacking what he's seen as threats. All right, Archer boys. Sasha looks like a juicy target who just stepped out of cover. So this is one attack, 15?
15 hits.
Oh. I was not expecting to hit. All right.
That's my DC.
All right, fantastic. Well, with one longbow, we are looking at a D8 plus 6, or sorry, plus 5s. D8.
How fucking high of a dex do these skeletons have?
They have a plus 5.
And a plus 5 strength?
No. So the soldiers have plus 5 in strength. The archers have plus 5 in dex. Yeah. So that's 7 points of piercing damage from the first one. And then the second one's going to take his shot with an 8. You watch as... So one arrow sort of hits you square in the stomach and dents into your armor. The other smacks into the bark of the tree behind you.
Okay.
All right, and that's going to bring us to the big boy, who uses his bonus action to do 2d8 damage to you. So you take another 10 points of fire damage as your armor is still on fire.
Whose armor is on fire?
You. Remember, he used heat metal. He hasn't exactly let it go yet. All right.
Something I can't dodge, correct?
Correct. The only way to get rid of this is either break his concentration or take off your armor. And what he is going to do is he is going to get true command of the battlefield. And he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And let's just... Actually, before I finish moving him there. So 30, you're within 60, so that's good. All right, so that was his bonus action. Now with his regular action, let's see, go through his spells. What can he do that doesn't take concentration? That essentially, like, takes half of his spell list. What does this one do? No, that one's not for combat. All right. In that case... let's see here. Well, there was a firewall that was used. Hmm.
Does that include concentration?
No. I'm thinking now that's a concentration spell, so he doesn't want to do that. Anything but concentration. He wants that constant damage to go off. So that's a concentration spell. That's concentration. Is this also? Oh my god, all the good stuff is concentration. Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
All the good stuff is
man. You can't do your super-powered spells.
No, but he
Because
can
he's
do a
too busy
fireball.
trying to
'Cause
fry me.
screw it. He'll just do a fireball. So let me get a token for him because he's gonna aim this.
Do
Fire-
you really need a token for things that's there in an instant?
Well, he's gonna aim it.
As I see him trying
Oh.
to do that,
Oh.
I cast counterspell.
Oh.
I'm over this guy, like over.
Yeah, same here.
You're so done with him.
I cast it at level 4.
Okay. It does not go off. All right, and that wastes his action. And that also takes up your reaction. So with that, he looks at you in anger. Let's see, from where he was, it's 25
Don't care.
feet. You were 30 feet away. He's going to go ahead and move 15 feet closer. All right. And that's going to be the end of his turn. That brings us to Senna. You snap your fingers and watch as a fireball beginning to form on the end of his finger suddenly dissipates, and the hood where his head is suddenly turns in your direction as he begins to drift towards you 15 feet up in the air.
How's everybody's health?
Dash is untouched. Nash is taking the brunt of a hit.
I'm bad. I'm hurt, but I'll be all right, I guess.
You guess?
I'm at 25 out of 45.
Okay. Hang on. Let me measure a distance here. Hang on.
Well, as you are going to think about what you want to do and also measuring distances, we are going to take a short break, and we will be back with more The Black Waves. So we will see you guys soon. BRB. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Black Waves as we continue the combat at hand. With half the enemies dead and Nash not looking so well, we'll see where this goes. Now, Sin, I believe you wanted to do a thing.
I do want to do a thing, but the thing that I wanted to do, I can't do because
No.
you're mean. So I'm going to throw a healing word on Sasha.
Mm-hmm. Higher level?
Thanks.
Yep, higher level.
Yeah, 19.
Okay.
And I'm going to yeah, I guess. Okay. I am gonna move, but I need to figure out where because I don't want to move over there.
Sin no longer stands her ground.
Well, this guy is scary. So and there's no point in casting anything at him because he has plus 100 to all of his saves, which it's kind of BS. But all right, I'm gonna run to there. I'm gonna throw. Wait, am I close enough? Yeah, I'm going to throw a sacred flame at this guy as I run by.
Okay, dexterity 15, so slash R1d20 plus 5. 20.
I'm disgruntled by that,
A bit
and
of
I'm
rock
going
explodes.
to run to there. I'm not in the tree, I'm just under the tree. I object to all of these things resisting all my spells, by the way. And that's my turn. My objection should be noted. For the
Objection
record.
is noted.
Good.
Good, madame. All right, so before we move on to Nash, I just need to check that is concentration, so he's not going to do that. It comes at, but that is not concentrate. That's what he's going to do next time. All right, fantastic. Nash.
Well, my boy is sick of these fucking skeletons poking him in the ass. So I don't think he's gonna take a big old claw at middle skeleton.
Middle boy.
17.
17 is going to hit.
12 slashing.
12 slashing damage. You watch as chips and pieces of bone fall off. However, he is still standing.
Of course he is. Well, that's all Nash can do because he doesn't got the multi-attack or anything.
Would he like to attempt to run away?
They don't have flanking, so it's an attempt I can make.
This is true.
So I will try to move. I won't move further than that because I know I'm probably going to get caught.
1, 2, 3.
Yep, I'm caught.
Boink! All right, and his AC, is he hit by the 19 and the 21 or just the 21?
Both.
Okay.
His AC's 18.
All right, good to know. So that's going to be D8 plus 5, I believe, for the scimitars. I'm just going to double check that. D6. All right. 6. All right, 1, 2. So he takes 16 points of slashing damage, and his movement is reduced to 0.
Don't like this fucking bullshit, Aaron.
Love you.
Nah, you don't.
Everybody says that. All right. Would he like to do anything with perhaps a bonus action?
He has nothing he can do with a bonus action.
This may be true.
He can't claw with one.
No.
No.
Stick out his tongue.
Sasha.
Okay, so I am going to move. I'm going to move here. So move my character there. And I'm going to hit this guy here.
All right, make your attack. $17, that will hit.
Okay. And that is altogether is that altogether 11?
Altogether, so why do you have a 6 and a 5 slashing?
Well, because it's times 2 against evil.
Okay, I see what you're doing there. You don't need to have the damage there twice. Instead, you just take whatever the first damage roll was, which was a 6, and then you times that
So
by
it's
2.
12.
So that's 12, and then you should do your sneak attack damage.
Okay. And now I do my sneak attack damage.
Okay, 10. All right, he's up with 1 hit point. Fantastic. And is that all you would like to do?
I'm going to take a second swipe.
Okay, swiping with.
Same.
You'd have to
I
swipe with a
can't.
different weapon.
With a different weapon.
Correct. You are
So
rogue.
the second one would be the. I had put away the rapier, so the second one would be the dagger.
Okay. That will hit. Where is the... Oh, yeah, I see. Okay, so 3 damage, and that will eliminate him. Fantastic, as he crumbles away in a pile of bones, leaving 2 of the dastardly Skeleborgs. Alright, is that going to be the end of your turn?
I am going to... can I move? Let's see.
You can take a 5-foot step.
Yeah, I'm going to take my 5-foot step here.
Alright, fantastic.
So now I'm flanking.
Great. That's going to bring us to the Skeleborgs with the Scimitars. This one's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20 to get flanking. And the 2 of them are going to take their attacks on Nash. He's the biggest threat, and now they have a chance. So here we go with the first one. 23 is going to hit. Second one. Oh, where's that slash coming from? 14 is going to miss. All right. So
they finally missed one.
that's going to bring us to 1d6 plus the 5. And that brings us to a 7 slashing damage. Chip it away. As they slash once more into Nash, and a spurt of blood hits the floor. Alright, and then that's going to bring us over to Dash.
Firing at the one to the right of Nash.
Okay. 26 is going to hit for 18 points of damage, and that described to me as Grizzly Demise.
Just shooting his skull off as Nash gets a reaction, is gonna give a big old clawed horse kick.
Okay. And 17 is going to hit for 12 slashing damage. So we watch as 2 spurts of white clouds of bony dust go spraying out in either direction of Nash. Alright, and that's going to bring us to the Archer Boys. The Archer Boys are going to take their shove. This one's going to move, so he can get rid of your bonus for cover. And then this one's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then they're both going to take shots at Sasha because she's out in the open. 1, 2, 17.
17 hits.
Alright, it's D8 plus 5 for longbow. Gotta double check longbow damage. I do believe it is D8, but yep, it's D8. Fantastic. 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Alright. And then that is going to bring us to the big boss, who, seeing how the fight is going, what's the range on the spell that he's going to do? The range on the spell that he's going to do is going to be 30 feet. So he'll kind of do a drive-by. Let's see. Yeah. So only 15 feet to here. Then cast Blight on Cinna. And for Cinna, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, DC 15.
I don't think I made it. Not
a
quite.
Fail, unfortunately, as you take 88 points of necrotic damage. Target a plant, creature, or magical plant. No, you are not. Non-magical. Fantastic. So 8d8. 8d8. Oh, slash armor.
Oh my god.
Try yourself, Aaron.
Okay.
50 points of damage to Cinna in the back line. How's Cinna doing?
Not great.
Okay. So that was 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Cinna, it's your turn. As you watch as your left arm begins to wither away and crumble. It's still there. It just hurts really badly.
Not my favorite thing that ever happened to me.
And by the way, this is necrotic damage, so remember that this takes away from your maximum hit points.
Okay, so I can't heal myself.
Unless you had taken damage previously that was over the 50. You could heal that damage, but the 50 points, no.
I have 52 hit points. I'm lucky I had 3 temporary hit points.
All right.
Shit on killing Senna with just magical one-shot spells, aren't you, Aaron?
Hey, look. It is what it is. All right.
All right.
Enemies aren't stupid. She's the spellcaster. The true spellcaster.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move to here because I didn't like that to happen to me. I'm going to cast Wind Wall. Ignore
smart.
that. I'm going to, I mean, you don't have to ignore that, but like, that's not the point of Wind Wall. I'm going to cast it. Let's see. I don't want them to just like walk right through it. So I'm gonna, 50 feet long. So
yeah,
I'm
if you put it directly on them, they get the chance to walk through it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do let's see. Okay. I'm gonna do like a, hang on, sorry.
Strength saves. They both fail.
15, 20, 25, 30, 30. Okay. I can do that.
Okay. So you envelop them with a wind wall, just a little bit back from them, so that they themselves are not standing within it. But I believe, just like Firewall, it has like a 10-foot radius that it affects in a direction, right?
Yes.
So on the other side of the wind wall. Oh, go ahead.
They can't. I've lost my brain right now.
They can't shoot through it.
Shoot their arrows through it. Yeah.
Correct. So you throw up a wall of wind between you and the archers, and you can hear the severe rattling like they're in a hurricane of the bones. All right. And is that going to be the end of your turn?
Oh,
They get bludgeoning damage, don't they?
Yeah, I've already rolled. They failed the save, and they took their damage. Did they get pushed back with wind wall as well?
no.
Okay.
I can't really do anything else, so I'm good.
Now,
All right.
can I ask a question real quick?
Yes.
Will a healing potion help her?
No. That's the beauty of necrotic damage. It doesn't care until... So, to let Senna know, because she'd probably figured this out by now, unless you cast a restoration spell on yourself, you won't be able to regain those hit points until you take a long rest.
Yep. And I don't have a restoration spell that can help with this. So...
But Teemo's okay.
Well, that's the most important thing here. So...
All right.
He will live to tell the tale and transform into the new player character.
My god. Is there a goat race? I'm totally coming back.
No, but
as
we can make
Teemo.
one. We can make one. If it's not in the base core rulebooks and it's not in the homebrew, we will make one. All right. That'll bring us to Nash.
Well, I'm so sick and tired of this. So now that I won't be stopped by magical spear bullshit, Nash is going to charge after this fucker, who's almost unreachable now because he's just, I can float 15 feet in the air, conveniently out of all range.
I mean, so can my D&D character for Ellen's other game. So,
Well, good for you. I'm sure you're equally as much of a pain in the ass for Ellen to deal with.
I will be, because I will be starting as her enemy and trying to kill her party. And I'm a phantom rogue, so yeah.
Good to know. Either way, Nash will go
For
charging
God,
up
I'm not scared.
as... Yeah, that's all he can do. I think... Is it still possible that if he just does like a standing leap to get up high, he can still reach with his tongue?
I would say with a successful DC 15 athletics check, he will be able to make an attack at disadvantage.
Okay. Is that possible I could do that right now?
Yeah.
Disadvantage attack.
Disadvantage attack, here we go.
Nope.
Unfortunately, that's a miss.
No way I'm going to hit that.
All right, and that's going to bring us over to Sasha. Sasha, you look over after you hear this withering scream ring out, and you can see that Senna's left arm has decayed to that of a woman well within her 200-year range.
Jeez.
Yeah, not looking good.
There's nothing I can do for her.
Well, unless you have lesser or greater restoration.
No, I don't.
Our only spellcaster is the one who's been withered.
Lesser restoration will fix that.
Yeah.
I have that.
Well, just don't get hit for 2 damage.
All right. Sheesh. I'm trying to figure out what I can do.
I forgot something, by the way, because you actually do take damage. Well, no, I didn't mention it. I forgot about it. He forgot about it. We're moving on.
Let's see. Jeez. Oh.
It's concentration.
Okay, I am going to move to here. And oops. That's one. Let's see. That would be using my whole turn just to get me about there. No. Oh, Oh, this is awful. Okay, I am going to. I don't have my gun out anymore.
No, you do not.
I just have my dagger and my blade. And my dagger can only been thrown 40 feet. No, 60 feet, right?
Your dagger can be thrown to a maximum of 60. It can be thrown to
Maximum
30
of
feet.
60.
Hold on. 30 feet, no disadvantage. 60 feet, disadvantage.
Yeah.
And currently you are 40 feet away.
Oh,
10, 9,
I'll just stay here.
8. All right, fantastic. You still have your action with you, so you could hold
So I'm
action if you
going
wanted to.
No, I'm going to take a potion.
Okay.
And the potion is a regular potion is what again?
2d4 plus 2, I believe.
Okay, so 2d4 plus 2.
6 points of healing.
Okay. So that's what I'll do. 6 points of healing. To myself. In order to try to help myself out.
Okay. That'll bring us to Desh.
All right, so getting real sick of this guy. So I'm gonna be taking a fucking shot at him.
Okay.
Come on, all I need to roll is a 10. 50-50 shot.
And it's a
Crit!
critical! All right, there we go.
So
This is a magic
that
weapon,
is
so it passes his
45
damage resistance
damage
for 45.
plus- actually no. You want to just take the one dice and roll 2 8 for the crit because I rolled 2d8. It was supposed to be 1d8.
Okay, it's supposed to be 1d8 in that case, 7.
Well, yeah, but then I think that gets doubled by the crit too. That's why I rolled a second one.
Does Hunter's Mark also get it added on?
I think it just any damage dice
That's fine,
would
yeah.
apply.
So, yeah. All right. 8. That's fine. So you guys have
So-
a grand total of 86 damage to him.
All right, and I probably just drawed a shit ton of aggro with that.
Mm-hmm. You did. He knows where his next
And-
spell is going.
And unfortunately, I don't think as a reaction that Nash can jump and lash again. So
Not as a reaction, no.
I'm going to say, seeing that he is now probably focused on me, Desh is going to dismount. And he's going to put some distance between him and Nash. So he doesn't hopefully get Nash as an AoE.
Okay.
Plus, if I'm over here, he can't AoE like past me to hit my friend. So
It's true. It's very true.
and
All right.
that'll be it for Dash.
Okay, that's going to bring us to Skeleboy Archers. It's at the end of their turn if they're still in the wind wall, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to 5 foot, then 10, 20, 25, 30. And this guy's going to 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. And I'll be nice, and they'll both take shots instead at Sasha. Natural 20 and a 23, those both hit. So
Natural 20, uncanny dodge.
Okay, uncanny dodge. So you're going to take half of this. So for, let's see, they're using longbows. D8. Then plus their 5. So double this damage, then well, just take half of it. So 9, you take 9. There you go.
Okay.
And then for the next one, you take another 9.
Okay, 18. Okay, so
All right, and that's going to end their turn. That's going to bring us to the master. He's going to continue with his original plan. Once he got shot, that is. That's 5, 10, 15, 20. And then he is going to cast Scorching Ray with all 3 rays going towards Dash. D20, and he's a +6 because of his intelligence bonus. 1, 2, 3. 14 and 22 are the only ones that could hit you. Are you hit by either of those numbers?
I'm hit by 22.
Fantastic. So you watch as 3 Scorching Rays come from his fingertip. 2 of them smashing into the rocks behind you, sending chunks of rock exploding over your shoulders. The third smacking into your chest and burning your armor as well as a bit of your flesh for 2d6 fire damage. As you take 7 points of burning damage. Fire damage.
Josh has finally been hit.
Yep, you are not on fire because the spell does not specify. All right, and that's going to bring us over to Senna.
Okay.
Oh, wait. For Senna. Bonus action. 2d... heat metal. 2d8 onto Sasha.
I thought you lost concentration.
He hasn't lost concentration, no.
Did you roll for your dash fucking wrecked his shit?
That is true. We need to roll for that. So the damage that you did to him was
45. I don't know if you want to include the hunter's mark as part of that.
Anyway, that we include that.
So yeah, he broke 53, which half that is still like 21.
Plus, he did a spell that made him lose concentration.
No, he hasn't done a spell that made him lose concentration. So he just needs to make a natural 20, essentially. Nope. So now he's lost concentration, so the heat metal does not work on you.
Yeah. No, I think it does.
Does it? Because he needs to beat a 20... What is it?
21.
21?
I think. No, wait. 53. Half that.
Half that.
That is 25. Like 26.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I was like...
I don't know why my math went lower. It's good. Yeah, he's faded.
All right. Fantastic. So you are not burning. Fantastic. Now Senna's turn.
Okay. I am going to very bravely retreat a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
To boldly flee.
Tactical retreat.
I'm going to tuck myself into this little niche here.
Okay.
And cast Lesser Restoration on myself.
If you go prone, you can have full cover.
I'll do that.
Okay, so you can have full cover, and I'll give you the prone symbol. Boop.
Mm-mm.
And we'll mark you with a little green thing so that we know you have full cover. Boop. There we go.
Mm-mm.
All right, so you cast which restoration?
Lesser. That's the only one I have.
You cast Lesser Restoration on yourself, and you can feel the curse that's emanating from your damaged arm begin to lift. You're still 50 hit points lowered, but now you can heal them.
Right. But that's gonna have to wait for another turn. So that's all I can really do this turn, unfortunately, is bravely cower under a bush.
Fantastic. Okay, would you like to give any inspiration to anybody?
I think
I have one I haven't used.
think they
Same here.
both still have one.
You can give one to Nash.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I'll give one to Nash.
What do you say to Nash?
I tell Nash that he's the goodest boy.
Fantastic.
He is.
All right. Yeah. And I forgot to give you your flag, Sasha. Yeah, there we go. And now he gets his flag. There we go. And that's going to bring us to Nash.
Well, because he is the goodest boy, and Desh would realize he's not really capable of hitting a flying foe very well, just go the order of go help them get rid of those arrow clinkers. So Nash will fucking charge over here And with a bit of a leap to put more oomph behind it, he is going to go for a swing at the archer.
All right. Make your attack, young girl. Jesus! As the archer is quickly overwhelmed and clatters into a quick spray of bones and dust.
Good boy, Nash. As that'll be it for Nash, as he's just helping mop up down the still ground-based targets right now.
Fantastic. That is going to bring us over to Sasha.
All right. Sasha is really sick of this guy, but he is
It's kind of his job.
too far away. Too freaking far away. This
time, at the
guy
very least, I'm happy I got my magic
is
gun.
at least closer. So she is going to come the 25 feet to here. Hold on. So 25 feet to here. And then she is going to, because this is now only 10 feet, she is going to throw her sword of judgment at him.
All right.
So a slash.
More like a chuck.
Damn.
It thwacks into a tree.
I miss him. And I don't have advantage because I'm not flanking him.
Pesky flank.
All right. So then I will throw my dagger at him.
All right.
And swipe. Does 13 hit?
13's going to miss.
So I'm missing twice. Oh, well, I'll take my advantage. My
Your
inspiration.
bardic inspiration? All right, roll a
My
d8.
bardic inspiration. So I'll take that bardic inspiration and roll /R 1d8. Roll 17
Hey,
hit.
that's going to hit.
Okay,
So
so
2 points of piercing damage. And roll your sneak attack.
and now my sneak attack. Since I've hit,
And he explodes into a white confetti of bony dust.
okay.
All right, that's all the Gamuk's taken care of. Now he can focus fire the big boy.
Yeah, that's true. You can. Let me get rid of their tokens. That brings
Why
us
do I
Dash.
feel there's going to be something very unfortunate about to come our way?
We'll see. Dash.
All right. Click, click, boom.
Click, click, boom. It's a great
19,
saliva song shield.
Shield brings him up to what?
That
27?
brings his max up to 22, 23. Yeah,
27 with a +5. So you're saying there's a chance. Inspiration. I need an 8.
Here we go.
Oh.
25.
Like the sound of a 120 millimeter round hitting a panzer doesn't do anything. HE shell for the audience.
A
Not an armor
25 does not hit him?
Not when he uses shield.
Yeah, he's at 22, but he added a +5 in response to realizing, hey, this little scaly thing can actually hurt me.
Yep. And would you like to move?
Based on his movement, does it look like he's just slowly starting to flee?
Kinda, yeah.
I'll say Dash
I don't
will
trust
keep
that.
pace and keep a little ahead.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. Well, this is going to bring him to his turn. And Desh, I need you to make me a charisma saving throw or be banished.
Oh, motherfucker.
And you are not
Just-
native to this plane. You're native to the
I
Feywild.
cast counter spell.
What is the range of counterspell?
60 feet.
Okay, 60 feet. I believe you're in range. You are within range. All right. What level do you cast it at?
I only have a level 3 spell slot left.
Okay, that means this is a contested roll. Could you roll up the description of counterspell?
You gotta roll the spellcasting checks, basically a d20 plus charisma.
D20 plus
10
charisma?
Well, that's what she has to roll, but the DC is 10 plus whatever the spell level is, so...
The spell level is it's level 4.
So you need to get a total of a 14 on a charisma check. If you're a spell... Oh, no.
Fingers
no. Whatever your casting
crossed.
thing is. Whatever your casting modifier is. I think
Yeah,
you're,
what is your
you're a
casting
cleric.
modifier?
Oh, no, you're a bard. You're a bard cleric. Never mind. What?
So the question becomes...
What?
No, hold on. I got this. The question becomes, what class is the spell coming from?
Bard.
Okay,
Probably
so you take your
charisma.
levels in Bard and whatever its spellcasting modifier is, and you take that to roll a /R 1d20 plus your Bard's charisma modifier, and you're looking to beat a 14. Fingers crossed. And
Okay,
just
I'm
like
not sent
that,
home to mama.
almost. Because you are like the worst person that could happen to.
Well,
Well,
I
really?
can do
Isn't
that,
like
guy.
isn't these two isn't our two companions? You know, they get sent back to a destroyed plane of existence.
The way I would rule that is that they would essentially get banished, and then they would pop back into this one because this is their new plane of existence.
Ah, I see.
I'm not just going to instant kill their characters from banishment. That would be horrifying, and I would be pissed. Okay. Boy, that. All right. All right, he's going to go off map. Here's what I'll give you. He's going to be within range of Dash for a total of 2 rounds because he's going to start using spells to get away at this point. So, Dash, make me 2 attacks with your goon. And if you do over 45 damage, he's dead.
Oh God, here we go. Okay, how fast is he moving?
So he is, what he's going to be doing from now on is right now he moves his 40 feet. You'll, of course, get your turn where you get to shoot, right? And he'll still be well within your range. But then when it comes back around to his turn, he is going to start using things like blink and also what's the other one he has? Mirror step? Is it mirror step that he has?
Misty step.
Misty step. Let me see if he double check if he has it. Yeah. Then he's going to be using Misty step. And he's got 3 of those spells in total that he can do before he is out of spells. So
3 combined or 3 of each?
3 combined. So
I think he can keep up with them.
He's going to be moving, then blink, then move, then Misty step, and he's just going to do it until he's out of spells.
Well, here's the thing. My rifle has a range of... Where did I write it down? Oh, did I not write it down? Fuck. I know the battle
It's
rifle has a fucking...
120.
The battle rifle's like
The battle
homebrew.
rifle's further than that.
D&D wiki, battle rifle.
If he didn't write it down, I'll say it's 300.
Okay, if it's 300, that's a pretty good range.
Yeah.
If while I'm shooting, Nash comes up with a dash speed of 80, I think I can get maybe another round or 2 in there. Because I also have Hunter's Mark, which means I can't technically lose him when he's not blinked.
This is true. You do have Hunter's Mark, which means there would be no point in him running.
But he doesn't know that.
No, he knows he's 100 marks at this point. He's taking
Oh.
additional damage from it.
Okay.
So that means his goal is simply to kill you. It's
He's
either you
welcome
kill
to
him
try.
or he kills you. All right. All right. So that's okay. So he does not run away. He got banishment off. He is going to bonus action use a greater health potion. So give me a second. Because I don't remember what the exact one for greater was. So I gotta bring it up in the Dungeon Master's Guide. Let's see, I'm looking for items.
Trying to find that fucking page again. I can't. Modern weapons, maybe?
Which one are you looking for?
Trying to find my fucking gun.
Yeah, it would be nice to know that.
Because my gun is, what was it? 3d10. What was that again? They change it? I think they might have changed it. Because I'm not seeing a 3d10 on this fucking modern gun thing. Because it was a battle rifle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess they fucking nerfed it in the D&D thing because they moved it down to 2d10 on the D&D wiki.
Ah, nope. I need /R. Whoops. Okay, so that's recovering him 15. Plus 15. There you go. All right. So now he only has 60 hit points left. And with the last of his movement, 5, 10. Senna.
You gotta heal
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to heal myself. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on
Okay.
myself. Using my last level 2 spell slot for 15.
Okay. Fantastic.
I'm staying where I am. That's
All right.
it for me.
All right, and that's going to bring us to Nash.
Well, Nash is gonna, with nothing else, he's gonna try and run back and help his boy, but he can't get within range, so I guess he will dash to get with there, ready to hop on his next turn.
Okay. That's going to bring us to Sasha.
Well, Sasha is going to okay, let's see how far I can get. 50 is my max.
Yeah, if you dash.
So with my dash. So I am going to come here. Okay, so I'm going to move to here. Okay, and that's the end of my turn because that's my run and my dash.
Dash. He's moved himself, so he has. Let's see here. He would count as half cover right now, with the way he's moved himself.
Like through trees?
Hmm.
No, don't get too close or else he's gonna AoEs. Do you have a clear shot here?
Yep.
Could have been kaboom! 31.
That's gonna hit for 20. All right.
Plus the hunter's mark. 6 more.
All right. So it's 26. It's down to
And Nash
34.
Nash can actually. That's something I should ask. If Nash is leaping, can he do a help action for future reference?
Yeah, he could do a help.
I'll know that for the future to give me an advantage. So that'll be it for me this round. Just a shot, tuck and roll, and continue to be an annoying, really bad, scaly horsefly to this guy.
Great. He's going to go to his hover ceiling of 20. So he's going to raise himself up 5 feet.
He's near a tree. Nash can climb that tree and get to him still.
That's true, which is why he's moving. So he 5 feet up, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
He can raise freely, or is he like dash flying?
No, he has to raise up 5 feet, and then his max movement is 40. So he's got
okay.
All right. Let's see here. He can't pull banishment out of his ass again. So
Much as you probably like, he could.
Well, he's debating something. What kind of armor is Desh wearing?
Completely leather and bone.
All right, so he can't do that. Wingardium Leviosa. It's too bad he doesn't have a spiritual weapon. Can you? What are the curses under bestow curse? Let's see. And is this an action? Yeah, it is. Concentration up to a minute. Okay. Make me a. Let's see here. Wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
Okay.
The only person that matters. Desh.
18.
18, that's going to pass. All right. Do you take anything from passing? Take like half or anything? No, you don't. Okay. So that's a wasted spell there. He has 3 regular health potions on him, so he's going to bonus action pop one of those.
So he's alive.
So he's only doing... Sorry. He's getting real technical here, folks. Yeah, 2d4 plus 2. /R 2d4 plus 2. Literally the only reason he's here is because of the Hunter's Mark, so that brings him up 7. Alright, he's back up to having 41 hit points. Okay. And then he's all out of movement, so that's going to bring us to Senna.
Okay. I am going to oh, I have to stand up. Which takes...
You would. But you can cast from laying down on the ground.
Yeah, not what I want to cast. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stand up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna walk to here. I'm gonna tell Dash, have Nash come to me, and I'm gonna hold my action to cast Fly on Nash.
Okay. And have him do that on his turn. Then we have a horrible flying toothy monstrosity.
Jesus. Oh my god. All right. Nash.
Hearing that and hearing Dash, he will go to you for 5 feet of movement.
5 feet.
I cast Fly.
All right. Needs a flying speed of 60 feet. So, fucking Super Saiyan flight just up to the guy. And we're going to have a dogfight here now. As Nash, my boy, goes for a big old flying bite, we'll say. 23 to hit.
All right, 10 points of damage.
All right, so he hits that, but the point is, he is up there on an even playing field now for my turn.
Yeah. So now he has 2 problems. Sasha.
Okay. How far up is he?
He's 20 feet up.
He's 20 feet up. Shit, he's 20 feet up. Okay. I am going to move the 15 feet over. And I'm going to move here, so I'll be flanking. So I get advantage.
You are not threatening him with melee, so you cannot get flanking.
Okay, because they're up in the air.
Correct.
Okay. And you said I can throw up to 20 feet with my judgment.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to throw my blade at him. Slash, slash.
Where's the plus 16 coming from?
That is the damage that it sees when it's coming from roll 20. I don't know. That's the damage it adds up for each one. For the 24, it's 7 plus 16. For the 26, it's 9 plus 12, but I don't get the 26 because that would be advantage. And I don't have advantage because I'm not flanking because I'm on the ground.
It's rolling the crit damage. It would be 7 plus 9.
And it's times 2 against evil.
No, it'd be 7 times 2, so 14. All right.
And then I hit my sneak attack.
He's still alive.
Which is another 15. So
right.
At least I finally hit him.
Yep.
And if I hit him again, it's double blood.
Nani?
No,
it's double blood. What do you mean?
The blade of lawful judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Since he's evil, gives me it's a bleed. It will make him bleed.
Okay,
twice as fast.
Any creature that it hits, it will cause bleeding.
And it's times 2 against evil. I don't know what that means.
Times 2 against evils, just for like its damage overall.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, for my bonus action, I'm going to have to use my dagger because I can't use the same weapon. So I'm going to throw my dagger at him.
Okay, it misses.
And it misses.
Dash.
All right, well, I got pack tactics now because my buddy's in range. So, line up a shot as they're fucking fighting. 29 to hit.
Even if he used shield, that would still hit. Explain to me his grisly demise.
I imagine he and Nash are just fighting in the air. Nash gets a big old chunk, and seeing me line up a shot, he locks his teeth, gives him a quick little like dog toss, and I fucking skeet shoot and center a mass.
And there's a spray of blood that goes over Nash as the creature falls from the sky.
Finally.
Thank God. That was rough.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. that is where we are going to call it, as it is 1:01 a.m. Thank you all so much for coming out. We greatly appreciate each and every one of you, and we are excited to announce that this campaign is now weekly. So next week,
Yay.
we will see you again.
Yay.
Adios.
Adios.
Bye.